December 20th, 2012, Qualcomm Stadium, San Diego, California.
Old Mountain West foes face off in a game named after a flower.
But Kyle Van Noy was the one deserving a bouquet.
This is the 2012 Poinsettia Bowl.
Welcome to Games with Names. I'm Julian, they're Jack and Kyler, and we're on a mission to finding the greatest game of all time. And boy, do we have a great episode coming out today. We have two-time Super Bowl champion, my former teammate, 12-year NFL vet, hoping to be 13.
Sign this man.
Sign him.
Could be 13. Kyle Van Noy. And if you haven't already, drop a like and a subscribe to Games with Names. Let's go! Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. What?
I'm excited to see you. I haven't seen you in 5 years. It's kind of like you're an adult now.
Am I an adult?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I was an adult when you were there.
No, you weren't. No, the
Yes,
hell
I was.
you weren't. We
Wait.
could call anyone from the training room and ask them if you were an adult, and I guarantee you they'd be like, no.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
I
You
don't
should-
know what you mean.
You should do that, by the way.
You got rubbed down twice a day.
Yeah. That's
Every
that's
day.
that's a professional taking care of your body.
Now
What did Bill preach the most?
Now the question
What would
is,
Bill preach
now
the
the
most?
question is, did you
Nothing
tip
is
them?
more important than the health of this football team, and I took that to heart.
Did you
Kyle.
tip them at the end of the year? Did you get them
Always.
anything?
Always.
So I could call the Dolan brothers who
I used to pay Dolans.
You did. Are you
I think.
sure?
Call
It's a
him.
team.
We could call them.
It's on the team.
Oh, you just wrote it on the team
Yeah.
sheet? Okay.
I give
All
like
right.
10 grand every year or whatever. You
You
know,
didn't like specify who it went to? It just
No.
went to everyone?
No, actually I would. And then I would tip my ball boys.
Yeah, you better. They were there every day with the jugs.
No,
I respect
no
it.
jugs. No jugs.
The ball, the
balls.
tennis ball, excuse
No
me.
jugs.
Yeah, I remember that.
I liked, and then I always have like a trainer combine to see who could throw, because I used to have double J's. You weren't around with double J's. He's the
No.
one who got axed.
yeah.
And then we had Bobby Balls, and then we had Jimmy Neutron.
Mhm.
So I always had to find the guy that could throw, because I liked throwing. I liked catching a guy that could throw the ball because it's not as predictable.
Did you ever have what's the dude's name that took over the in the equipment staff? He's no longer there.
New.
But New, yeah. Did
New
New
couldn't
did it?
throw, but he would do tennis balls for me every once in a while early when I was in that stage of finding someone after double J's. New tried. He had a great attitude, great effort. But some guys just can't throw.
Yeah. He was too stressed out for everything else.
My guy, I love, yeah. I mean, I remember New was there since he was like 13.
Oh wow.
Like, and you know his grandpa was Murph, the old guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So we had two old guys that would clean up after us. Like they were like the janitors, like straight, like Irish, old Boston guy. There was one guy named Murph and there was one guy named George. And they didn't like each other. And they were like 85 years old. There was like 4 times where we had to Randy Moss broke them up from fighting once. And like these guys are like old, like sailors and shit. I mean, it was fucking crazy. You weren't around when George
Nope.
left by then, but you remember Murph.
I got there the year whoever the guy made the mistake of with the balls. I got there right after 2016 when Tom was gone for the first 4 games, and then I was traded that year, like week 5 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Let's get into that. Wait, let's start this podcast and we'll get into that. All right. Welcome to Games with Names. Today we are looking at the 2012 Poinsettia Bowl, BYU versus San Diego State with Kyle Van Noy. In one sentence, Kai, why this game?
This is the game that put me on the map, Jules. This is where it was like, I'm ready. I'm him.
Timothy? You're Timothy? Timothy Chalamet?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Hey, he's crushing, by the way.
He is.
Are you a ballet guy?
I do. I love
you
ballet.
you're in LA now, so you better be careful.
No, I love ballet for a receiver.
Fair.
Is this wait? Is this the greatest game of all time?
Yes, my greatest game of all time.
Well, all right, perfect. I can't wait to get into it. But back to the ballet comment.
Okay.
When I was a young football player, there was like lore that Jerry Rice used to do ballet for his flexibility and his route running. And then over my years, I've met a lot of ballerina, like ballet people and shit. And I know a couple ballerinas, and like,
I'm sure you
my
do.
respect for their athleticism and like their foot dexterity and their ankle and their feet strength. Cause I had 4 feet surgeries. I always consulted with ballerinas because I wanted to strengthen my feet. Remember, I had feet problems.
Yep.
So like, I've always been diehard with the ballerina community.
Let's go.
Name a ballerina.
We're not going to go down that road. We're not going to go down that road. So how we doing, bro?
Doing blessed, man. I'm doing good. I think it's been 5 years since I've seen you? 4
or 5 years. It's been since we probably played against each other.
Yeah. I mean, you're an A-list celebrity now.
We got a good podcast here in the Nut House. All right, Bubs?
You're doing good, man. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, I'm so proud of you because, you know, we were talking earlier when you came in, you were in like your 3rd year in the league, kind of in like a crossroads of your career, getting traded to the Patriots. And then I remember, you know, I've been on TV now for 4 years, 5 years, and just talking about you and seeing, you know, you play the game that you've always played with your versatility, your mind, being in the right spot at the right time, being a good teammate, covering for other guys when they're out of position, which got to go down and watch the same shit when we watched this 2012 Poinsettia Bowl. It's been fun to watch you, man, and you're still in it, and I have so much respect. 35, free agent right now, looking to play again?
Yeah, let's get it. One more. Yeah, I need it. Last year didn't go how I wanted, but thank you. Introduction, awesome. When I had when I was coming here, it was like flashbacks of all the stories that I have with you. One comes to mind that I don't think I've ever talked about it. You probably remember it or you don't because, you know, you can be forgetful sometimes, but I just got on the team. It had been like 3 weeks probably since I've been on the team. I still don't know everybody's name. You know, I don't know the inner workings, like, you know, I was still laid back, chill, didn't really come out of my shell yet. And I'm covering James White because during 7-on-7, remember, it was either a zone day or a man-to-man day. And then it would go into practice, and practice was like a man-to-man day. And Jules, I know he'll probably deny this, but he did it on purpose. I had James White man-to-man, and I wasn't looking. And this dude comes and clocks me, cheap shots me.
Rub route.
Right, straight bow. Like I couldn't, I was one of those where I like didn't see you, and it was like, when you're on the ground, everyone's like.
Was that your first day there?
It had to be like the first week. It was the first week or two. And
I had a shallow cross.
Hold on, let me finish. And I'm like, the trainers come over and they're like, I'm like they're like, how are you doing? You know, the sound, like I'm trying to breathe. And so I lift my ass up and go on the sideline. And I'm like, who the fuck was that, you know? And everybody's like pointing at Jules, and Jules is just like, yeah, you know? And I'm like, well, I can't do anything to Jules because it was like, if I'm touching a golden child, you know, right in the first week or two, you know, that isn't going to go well, but I never got you back. And so when we played you in 2020, it was all I could think about when I was on Miami. But during the game, I was like, I got to get Jules back because I broke my hand like a week before we played you, and I didn't even care. I was like, I need to get Jules back to get my get back, and I never did. And I'm still like pissed off about it that I never got you. You know what? Who else is Steve Belichick, who's now the DC at North Carolina. I know everybody probably knows that, but just want to make reference. He called me in the last year in the summertime. He was with Jamie Collins because they're coaching together, and he reminded me of this play.
You know, Kyle, that was just a little baptism of the Patriot way.
Oh, well, yeah. Well,
Okay, and that is actual part of the route design. If I have the shallow cross and I am 1 yard to the line of scrimmage, I am allowed to pick you.
You weren't.
And that was exactly what I was doing, because what does practice execution become?
Here
Kyle?
he goes.
It becomes game reality.
With that
so if I have
stupid-ass yellow shirt you always wore,
I'm just
too.
saying, Kent State, a guy like you who came from BYU would understand why I wore that, and the representation of that yellow shirt. The representation of that yellow shirt was the chip on my shoulder to allow guys from Alabama, from Florida, from Florida State, from Rutgers, that you guys can go wherever you want. I went to Kent State and I'm at that same fucking level.
Talk to him.
How you doing?
I'm good. But here's the rebuttal to that. I want to say you tried to do that on purpose, because I've been waiting to get all these stories out, because there's one that comes, and I can't wait till he comes on your pod. I don't think he's been on yet. Stephon Gilmore. Yep. I've been waiting to tell this story. One of my favorites. Jules was pissed. I don't care what he says. He can try to say whatever. He was pissed that there was another golden child that Bill loved, but it was on defense. Paid Steph a shit ton of money. Well-deserved. He was the best corner in the game at that time. Well-deserved. But I know Jules was trying to get a little contract extension in there and was a little mad about it. So it was during OTAs, and Jules, trying to show him the Patriot way, I guess, all of a sudden, it's quiet, but then all of a sudden, no one's saying anything. You just hear, it's Jules and Steph in the corner throwing each other like left and right, throwing haymakers at each other because they were getting a little fight. I don't know who won.
It was the first day of pads.
It was it?
It was the first day of pads,
Yeah.
one-on-ones.
I don't know who won, but
I took a dread out.
You did?
I got a dread. You don't remember I taped it?
I don't. No, I didn't. That's hilarious. You did that, but it just made me laugh because it was Jules. Yep, right here.
I mean, if you look at that photo, who do you think had the upper hand?
Well, no one.
I'm just saying.
No one. But what I respect about this fight, Jules, is no one from either side jumped in.
No,
it was like mano y mano, and I love that. And it was, see, at the end, they guys coming in late, but everybody was so tired already. Nobody had time to run. There's your boy New in there who can't throw.
Shout out New.
Yeah, but that was I thought it was evenly matched. I thought it was a good fight. I don't know who won, but
I mean, from the looks of it.
Oh, of course you're going to say. I mean, yeah.
We
don't have video evidence.
I think we do. I think there is practice video evidence.
But I am excited to hear Steph's side of the story to this whenever it gets told.
I'll know exactly. So we're doing one-on-ones in the red area.
From your point of view, it might be a little biased.
One-on-ones in the red area. And we got two routes. This guy's playing 3 yards outside. He knows that I'm in the slot that I got to run the goddamn flag route. So he's sitting there grabbing on the shoulder first day. We all know this is first day of pads with Gilly when he was in Buffalo holding all day long, getting routed up on the post corner at least twice a year for like 2-3 years. We come over a little, maybe there's a little something built up. And, I had to let him know this is how we practice.
But did he put the straps on you?
Yeah, he strapped me up.
Okay.
All right. He strapped me up.
Well, shout out to Gilly. He just retired.
Shout out to Gilly. I'll give him that.
He just retired.
Shout out Gilly.
Yeah.
What a hell of a career.
We had Brandon Bolden on the show, and he speculated that Jules sometimes would fight on purpose to get a break from practice.
Yeah. Did you get kicked out of this?
Yes, we both had
you both did. Yeah.
We both
Smart.
did.
You probably retired already.
We both go and I think we went in the locker room and we're just sitting there in our lockers.
Mugging each other?
No. I think it was like, you good? He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, all right. It was just like, it was over.
It was all done. Nice. That's funny.
Man. So explain to us how it was getting traded from Detroit at that time was Detroit that we all remember.
Yeah.
It wasn't the Detroit of today, where they're, a pretty good organization. Explain to us how it was going from Detroit to you come to our team. We're one of the hottest teams in the league at that time.
It was going from like rags to riches.
Rags to riches.
Rags to riches. It really was for me. From a place where, a coach, I'll never forget it. I had my position coach tell me to my face for the 2 years that I was there, I think you're a really good football player. Like, I think you're going to be really successful in this league. I just don't think they know where to put you. And I was like, damn, like you drafted me 2nd round pick. You got me looking out like I'm a slap dick player. Like, I personally lost confidence, I would say, in myself during that time. It was kind of a depressing situation for me just because, you put so much effort and energy, had a great successful college career. Then you get drafted to a place where, they were growing with Jim Caldwell, who, I still feel like they did dirty in the NFL. He went to the playoffs 2 out of his 3 years and got fired and never got a chance again. I think that's crazy, but that's how it works. And he really loved me because they drafted my teammate the year before, Ziggy Ansah. He went top 3 pick. I think he went 2 overall. And the GM, Martin Mayhew, who I believe works for the Commanders, I still text him every year, like, appreciate you always picking of me. And he's, we still have a good relationship, which is awesome. And he watched so much film on Ziggy that I kept coming up on the film. So he kind of fell in love with me the year before. And he said, if I ever got a chance, like, I'm going to pick you. Well, fast forward, we were supposed to go to a 3-4 defense because they traded for Haloti Ngata. So it was going to be me on one side, Ziggy on one side, rushing, and Haloti in the middle. And then everything else was going to figure out. Well, they were super successful in year 1. We went to the playoffs, ended up losing to the bullshit call down in Dallas with the face guarding. We were up 17-0, came back and beat us. That sucked. But it was a great opportunity because I got to play a little bit in that game. And so it was just a rough injuries, a coach telling me we don't know where to put you. They didn't know where to put me at inside linebacker, who I was behind Stephen Tulloch, who played 10 years in the league, very successful, and DeAndre Levy, all-pro, beard man, awesome football player. And then rushing-wise, I was behind Ziggy, Jonathan Jones, and a couple other guys on the edge. And it just never worked out for me. And then getting traded, I was actually pissed because I was finally starting off the ball, and I was playing good. And I felt like I was trending upward, and to the point where I was playing good enough to get traded. Yeah. And Bill, it was crazy. I got traded, ended up flying in late that night, 12, had to get up at 5. Of course, the first person in the building was Tom. The famous story I've told all the time is, we both took a piss and we're like washing our hands, not saying anything because it's like 5:30 in the morning. You're not trying to talk to nobody yet. And, after he gets done, obviously, washes his hands, wipes hands on the towels or whatever. And then, hi, my name is Tom Brady. And I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like, we all know who you are. But like, it grew my respect for him just because it was like, wow, this dude took his time out of his day in the morning where it's quiet, no one's around, to introduce himself to me. Like, hey, just showing you his character and who he is as a person. It meant a lot to me. And then I didn't talk to Bill until practice. Like, I got thrown right into Brian Flores' meeting. I had to meet with him early to get the defense because it was like a Wednesday practice. Like, I got thrown into the Wolves. Like, I had been there because it was a machine at that point. Like, it was like, you're coming on to the ride. And then when I started to figure out, everybody was like, why did we just trade for this dude, And then that week, Jamie Collins gets traded, and everybody's like, hated me because everybody was boys with Jamie Collins. I still tell this, Dev, all them, those are like brothers now, but they were all pissed at me. I didn't talk to anyone for like 2 weeks, Hightower, because everybody was like, oh, this dude got our boy traded. In all reality, they had to pick, they traded Chandler Jones, they had to trade Jamie, and then they ended up giving money to High. He was the franchise. So you had to make a decision at that time. The cap wasn't what it is now, where you have Houston, who just gave 2 edges, 30% of their cap. So that wasn't happening during that time. So everybody hated me. Like, this dude got our boy traded. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't know anybody. Who cares? Like, it's a brand new, fresh start for me. And the first practice went actually really well. But it's funny. The first practice, they throw me out there. And of course, it was 7-on-7 man drill. And it was like a setup because they wanted to see if I could guard, because I was a tweener.
And that's why Bill got mad at me for lighting you up.
Yeah, whatever. That was like a week later.
Because he wanted to evaluate you.
Yeah. Anyways, James White down the sideline, I'm one-on-one. Brady throws a bullet, and I'm like, I'm there, whatever. And I was like, this dude like gives me a nod, like, yeah, I was like, oh, so this morning was a setup. Like, you just introduced yourself so you could pick on me later. So I was like, fuck you then.
Man.
But that was like my first practice, and I still haven't talked to Bill. And it wasn't until like halfway through the practice, they do like the special teams in the middle of the practice, and it was punt. And he was, oh, Van Noy, come over here. And I ran over there like a slap dick to him. And I was like, hey, coach, how you doing? And he was like, hey, bro, like, I always get my guys. And was spinning his whistle. And when he said that, he didn't know what I was going through, didn't know what I just went through. So to have a coach who's the greatest defensive coach, greatest coach ever, to say that to you, the confidence that gave me was like, oh, I'm ready. I got this. This dude already believes in me, doesn't know me, just knows me from college tape and all that. And after practice, you do the what is it with the young
basic?
Basic. There we go. Basic, and it was against Jimmy G, and I had a pick, and I picked off Jimmy and threw it back to him, and they were like, "Oh, he's got some shit to him," and so that was kind of like my welcome to the Patriots moment, and then another one came from Jules within the same week.
I think it was that day.
Yeah.
And because I remember Bill getting mad because he was probably trying to evaluate, see what you could do going into that week's game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what he would always do when he traded for a player. Like, I remember when we traded for Akib, like, I'd have to stay after and run routes against Akib because A, they were trying to get him in shape. B, they were trying to see what he could do.
Yeah.
So like, it was always that kind of shit. But who was like the guy you latched on? Who was one of the first dudes to like welcome you in to like you buoyed up with?
That's a great question. I don't think it was
Brother Slate.
Yeah. Well, it eventually came to Brother Slate. I think everybody does, right? Yeah. That's like
the chaplain.
That was the chaplain, the team therapist, the coach. He was everything all in one. Love Slate. I think it was Hightower. And I say that to say because I didn't want to disappoint him because of the situation that happened with his brother Tweet with Jamie Collins. And I just didn't want to be the problem. Like, hey, like, I want to learn the defense as fast as possible so I don't have to lean on you, don't have to talk to you. I can line up, you can line up, and we can just play and feed off each other. And so I think it was during that time where we became close was we were playing video games, and we ended up
game?
Fortnite. Shout out Fortnite. Yeah.
So Fortnite time.
Yeah, it was. And that's when we just became really close, and we would play Fortnite all the time. And I think that's why our communication became elite. It was like I didn't have to think what he was doing. He didn't have to think what I was doing because we already knew. It was like we had a built-in chemistry that just happened really quick. And then it just took off from there for the 4 years that we were together.
Yeah, you guys probably, Paradise Valley, drop in.
Tilted Towers.
I hit this.
Yeah, we were Tilted Towers, bro.
Let's go. All right, you guys, I know this
dropping?
corner. You guys are clear corners together. You guys are going to be better on the field.
Yeah.
So what was High like in the room?
Quiet.
Quiet.
Yeah, he was quiet. He wasn't a morning person. Neither was I. I think he was just built to play football. If there is when I think of a football player who, like, I don't think I think later in his career he started like working out more, but like being able to just show up and just the injuries he had over his career to show up and just play football and play smash mouth football. Because at that time we played even front. So it was 2-3 techs from tackles and then wide nines. And then me and him would take turns on playing nose guard. But I was like, hey, like, you know, I'll cover the running back if you smash the center. So it was just like, we called it ball and chain, and he would just torpedo his ass in there and blow shit up. And oh my gosh.
9-on-7 drills used to be,
yeah,
I used to watch
9-on-7.
those, especially when you guys were young.
Oh, I always talk about the half line. Oh my gosh.
Because you're playing the studs versus studs.
Shaq and Tooney. Those are the guards I had to go to. And
talk to us how good Tooney is, because I mean, this guy,
Hall of
wherever he
Famer.
goes, he wins.
Hall of Famer. I think he's like the most underrated O-lineman probably of this generation.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the most successful one. Everywhere he goes, he turns that O-line into a top 10 O-line.
What makes him so good?
I think it's being technically sound. I think it's obviously being smart. He's not overly physical, but it's just his technique is so
insane.
good.
Smart.
And very smart. His pass
And he's
pro.
strong.
He's strong. And then he's so smart that he can help other people where like, hey, you take him in during the play and then pop out to a tackle that might be losing and then nick him just in time to get the ball out. I just think there's stuff that he does that goes unnoticed. Obviously, a lot of the O-linemen in the league go unnoticed, but he does the little intricacy things of being an O-lineman so elite to where like you got to have him on your O-line.
Yeah, he's a monster.
And he can play any position.
Any position.
Like,
Literally.
I mean, he got let out to dry in that Kansas City game playing left tackle.
I mean, we did it to him too, though, in New England. He played left tackle for us for a couple.
Yeah. But when you're getting paid that much money, hey.
And you're playing in important games every game of your career.
Yeah.
That's the cool thing.
I mean, he got 4 Super Bowls.
He's got 4 Supers.
Good for him.
And he's on the build-up with Chicago.
Yeah.
And they look pretty solid.
Yeah.
Now, you got to play with 2 pretty cool defensive coaches, B-Flow, Matty P. Give me something about these two.
Totally different.
1,000%.
Like, totally different mindset. Matty P, awesome what he's doing with Ohio State. I mean, it's good to see him get back to what he's doing, which is being that scientist in the lab that he can be.
Do you think Sonny Styles is going to be? I think he's going to be good because he had Matty P, and if he can,
all of them. Reese,
yeah,
I think Reese is the one though out of all of them, just because
the safety.
He's the outside
too. No, but
the safety. Yeah. Downs. Yeah, Downs is good too. And I think Downs is good because he can play multiple positions, kind of like what the safety's going with the Derwin. I don't think he's athletic as like maybe he is. I haven't watched enough film on him, but you got the Derwin James, the Kyle Hamilton, the Eamon Wari types that are coming into the league that are playing like safety, linebacker. It's like a rover position. That's what Sonny Styles
kind of is because he was a former safety, 6'4".
Yeah,
and,
he can run.
He can run.
Yeah,
but they all have to be better football players, I think, just because Matty P threw in complex things, didn't he?
Yeah, no. I think that's what makes Matty P so special and his defense is so special is because the complex, I don't even know how to say the word, but multiplicity of things. I don't know if that's a word.
The simple complexity.
Yeah, we're over here trying to act
now
smart.
We're guys.
Yeah, we're acting smart. But anyways, you could run cover 1 in 5 different ways. And what I loved about being in New England is Bill and Matty P would give you the reins to call it. Like I was able to have the trust. And it was awesome because I was able to have it so fast to the point where we had to switch calls because, you know, I can talk a little slow sometimes. And so I couldn't get it was Diamond Red One Rat Double or something like that. And I couldn't say it fast at that time because I was new. It was confusing. I think there was more to that.
The fucking one rat. You got someone in the middle of the field, Dublin's.
We're doubling your ass in the red zone. Anyways, what was funny about it is like Dev, you know, being the OG, kind of the dick in the back, would be like, man, get somebody else with the green dot. He can't even talk, you know?
Dev's such an asshole.
And
Jason's so nice. And I don't know how they're twins.
What's funny is like Matty P was like, we'll just call it BYU. So I wonder if they're calling that Ohio State BYU. And then I struggled with another one, so they called it Reno because I'm from Reno. So we had 2 play calls, BYU and Reno. So I hope he kept that in there for me.
But that's a good coach right there, adjusting to the player, getting the best out of the player to make him play his fastest. Now, B Flow comes in. How's he different?
Aggressive, blitzing. He blitzed
Dr. Blitz.
the house. I want to say he created like this. Obviously, everyone ran cover 0, but it's just that
everyone at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, everyone at the line of scrimmage.
Where that came from?
Who did it come from?
Rex Ryan used to do that a bunch when we used to play him. And then we started doing it like a few years later. And I'm sure it was before that. But for me, I remember Rex, and we used to struggle because we didn't know how to block it. We didn't know who was coming. And that's why we invented the protection where we'd have 3, it'd be a sub package, and we'd have the Rex call where Tom would thumb down, bring a receiver in. We would pretend like we were coming in to go out to a pass, and we block that safety. We have fully protected, only have 2 guys out. Because if you have only 2 guys out, the middle of the field's wide open. You know what I mean?
And you got the brewski.
And you know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of that stuff was when we used to battle that, and then Bill started bringing in a bunch of guys that were able to do that.
Yeah. And it evolved even more because now it's not just like fire zone on the back end or man to man. It's like you can play cover 2 out of it. You can play all, you know, kind of quarters out of it. He's kind of created into the new monster that it is now. And so it's been interesting watching him. He's successful with the Vikings, doing really well with them. So just 2 different animals, that's for sure. And I'm, happy that they're both successful.
Heck yeah. Now, how was it going against Brady every day? How much better did that make you a better football player?
I give him so much credit of how it made me. I call it just made me a man in NFL. Like it really did. You had to be on your shit every single day, and whatever he was working on, like if you weren't on it, he's going after you, and then he's not stopping. Like he's gonna really. I was kind of the guinea pig during the week when you guys were putting in your new plays because you guys ran a lot of empty.
And you were a new player, though, that didn't know our plays.
No.
You know what I mean? So sometimes when you're going against the one defense, we've been going against these motherfuckers since training camp. They know our 7 plays that we love to run.
Yep. So I was a guinea pig in empty sets with James White. James White could run the whole tree. He could run the slant and go. He could run, a 15-yard comeback. He practically broke my ankles on one of those. And I'm like, damn, Josh McDaniels, can you relax with these? But it was just, you had to be on point every single day, not only for Tom, but you didn't want to get on the low light film. I mean, those low lights were crazy.
What's a low light film?
I don't know. You tell me.
Nah, it's just... So the low light film is after practice or before the day, coach would have the whole team in and he would show examples of guys doing good things that coaches talked about. And then there's examples of guys not doing the things that coaches specifically talked about in a specific meeting. And so, it was a way of getting guys to be accountable. It embarrassed guys to let their teammates down in front of all their other teammates. And it was like, it was a terrible thing. Yeah. We all were terrified of the fucking lowlights.
But everybody could get it. That's what I respected. Everybody could get it.
How often did you show up?
Not that much. Not much. I felt like I just tried to do my job.
Who was one that you remember that got called a lot?
Called a lot? I don't know. I don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Is there a specific low light that you remember?
There's a couple. There is a couple. This is good. I love this shit. It was one of the. I think it was Ryan. Sorry, Ryan. I think he shanked a punt, and he would lose his mind over the specialists, like special teams. If there was like a bad snap, a bad hold, a bad kick, he's like, you're thinking about it right now.
Me and Ernie.
Yep, exactly. This is what I was gonna say. If we wanted a 10-yard punt, me and Ernie would go out there and kick the damn ball. And then you would hear Scar in the back like, no, you wouldn't. Because I sat in the back, so I would always hear Scar, who would be like laying down trying to stay awake. He'd say like, no, you couldn't, all that is hilarious. Another one, my all-time favorite. It was Gronk when he got 3 penalties because it was the same year. It was the same year that 7-Eleven, Chris Hogan had 3 penalties and he ripped Hogan. Like, if you ever get 3 penalties, like, I'll cut your ass, that, like, going that crazy. And I was like, damn, I don't ever want to get 3 penalties. So Gronk had that game against Buffalo where he got kicked out because he gave Trey White a concussion.
The people's elbow too.
Who I ended up being teammates with Trey White, and I asked him about it. He's like, man, my head still hurt from that. But I'll never forget because I was so excited to see if he was gonna get Gronk that day, because I don't think I ever saw Gronk get it. I think it was more earlier in his career that he was on the low light. So I'm like in the back like, oh, today's the day. We gonna find out who's worth 3 penalties today. So go through the film and he gets to where he gets kicked out and, talks about him getting fined, I guess, for it, or I don't know.
Conduct detrimental.
Yeah, correct. And I think Tom actually got it too that game for getting into it with Josh on the sideline that game. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But after he like kind of goes over it real quick, and as soon as the meeting I stand up, I was like, we know who's worth three penalties now. Oh. And Gronk was like, he was like sweating bullets the whole meeting, and he was like, well, at least I'm worth 3 penalties, I guess. Oh, that was funny. There's some good ones in there. I mean, okay. Did you ever hear of the story how when they got Junior Seau? Have you ever heard this?
Which
Have
one?
you ever Matty P tell it where they re-signed him and he was surfing in like Tonga or something like that?
He was in Hawaii.
Hawaii, surfing.
With a broken arm.
Yes. So you've heard this.
I don't remember, but go ahead.
Okay. Love this story. And this is true because this is from verbatim. I'll never forget it. It's like ingrained in my head because when we had pads on, we had to do those stupid tackling drills sometimes. And
every day.
You'd be exhausted. And they would tell this story to you that they had Junior Seau fly in, and he hadn't played football I don't know how long.
In probably like a year.
Yeah. In a while, and I guess they made him like suit up
and once
full pads.
Getting back to Kyle, when you come back and you join the team after practice, they'll make you do shit. They want to see where you're at.
Yep. And so they make him get his full pads on.
Junior
Seau, the leading tackler.
Buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Buddy.
In the National Football League. History ever. And they have him doing tackling drills. And I guess he got so mad that he kept saying, run it back. And it was like, whap, just whapping whoever running back. I don't know who they said the running back was. I'm sure he'll tell you when this probably gets clipped. But it was Junior Seau just, I guess, cracking him. And then he kept saying to Bill and Matty P, like, are you good, buddy? Like, are you happy with what I'm doing, buddy? And kept saying again, until finally, like, the kid, whoever was the running back, tapped out. And so that was forever ingrained, because when we had to do these stupid tackling drills, Bill, he gets all excited about, he was like, I had Junior Seau doing this,
Loves
what
it.
things you gonna get out of this? Crazy.
It's, I heard another story of that too, though.
Yeah.
I heard they brought him back one time and Matty P asked him to get into tackling drills. And I think Junior said, buddy, go look at my like whatever number amount of tackles. He goes, that's my tackling drills. It didn't do it. Now, do you, can we get this off our chest? And can you just admit that Bill favored the defense?
No. I'm not going to admit that, because
That's bullshit.
okay, if you want
test questions,
I love
Wednesday.
this.
Wednesday test questions.
You talk about this,
Matt
but
Light,
I don't even
front
care.
Are they going to be in that they potentially could be on third down? Hey, Kyle, is this team red or blue?
Okay, anyways, you can say whatever you want, but
Hightower, do they like to run the foot? He used to say that. Did he not used to say that? Hightower, do they like to run or pass? He did not say that. He did not say that.
I don't remember those, but I just know his golden childs were on offense.
No fucking way.
Whatever Jules says,
No.
I promise you, whatever he says, he was a golden child.
No.
Gronk was a golden child. Slate was a golden child. Patrick Chung was a golden child. And Devin High were golden childs. And you could probably say Tom was a golden child for the most part. But he was able to treat you guys so differently in a good way, right? It was like he knew how to get under all y'all's skin.
Who?
You,
Wait,
easy.
Who, Bill?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Bill, yeah.
But you guys were his golden child.
But he used to get on us harder than a lot of guys. He would get on Tom hard.
Really hard. I was like shocked the first time I heard it. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, I got to get my ish right with him talking. He wasn't talking crazy, but just what he was saying to Tom, I was like, oh, I can't, like, you got to be on point here.
Maybe sometimes it was probably really different in other places, but I don't know any different.
Yeah, I know a lot. It was. You think they're saying it? You think you're going to tell Lamar Jackson what to do?
I don't know. You tell me. You play with him.
I know, but I'm just saying you're going to try to critique how he plays the game. Like, it's kind of hard because it's not the stand in the pocket, scan every play, right? That's not what he does. He can do that. He's done. I think Lamar is the most. I think he's like what Allen Iverson is to basketball, what Lamar is to football. Like, he's changed the culture in that aspect. I think now, if you play quarterback, you want a guy like Lamar Jackson. It's not necessarily Pat Mahomes. Personally, I think that's what people have now said, but I think everyone you talk to anyone, it's Lamar Jackson. Like, that's what people want. That's what I believe.
Is that what you believe?
I do.
How was it playing with them?
I think he's unreal. Like, I think Lamar is just different.
Is he going to win a Super Bowl?
I mean, that's so everyone can ask that, and I just think you need you know better than I do. You need a complete team, top to bottom, and you need depth.
You need health.
You need health. It's a little bit of luck with that regards. A lot of things need to bounce your way.
Yeah, but the most important guy can't be you can't be like putting yourself in danger a lot.
No, and I think he's gotten better over the time. I know he doesn't like to slide. That's just how he grew up playing football. And I think he's progressed now. I think as you get a little bit older in age like he has, you have to start thinking about different things. I still think he can move the same. I think when people say he's slowed down, I was like, oh, you need to come to practice because he's juking the shit out of people and running away from people easy. I don't think I've ever seen him sprint, and he's that fast. And I just think he's so good. And you know, I really hope there's not a person I want to have win more a Super Bowl than him. I would say him and Khalil Mack. I love K-Mac. I think he's well deserved. I think he's top 3 superstar I've ever been around that is just humble, hungry still. I think he's well deserved of a Super Bowl.
What makes him so good?
He's not just a smart football player. Like, he's just rugged. Like, the dude can play the run elite level. He can rush the passer at elite level. It's just brute force. Like, it's just an unstoppable mentality where it's a force that is like, you ain't going to stop him. If he's rushing you, he's going to get there at some point, because it's kind of like Marshawn Lynch, you know, how his mentality running the football, like over and over and over, that same mentality, I think over and over with K-Mac, you know, bull rushing. Good luck.
How was Herbert?
I love J. Herb. I think.
Is he elite?
Yes. I wanted to say something crazy, but I won't. But
what were you gonna say? If you whisper,
I know they're gonna still hear.
No one will hear.
I will say, like, he has reminded me of Tom, just like his mechanics and all that. Like, there's some of the resemblance of that. I don't like ever comparing people, but like, Buddy's got a cannon. Buddy works extremely hard. Like, I will say I was very impressed with his work ethic. I've been very impressed with his. I was always impressed with yours. I'm impressed with Antonio Brown, as crazy as he is.
He used to work hard.
Like,
motherfucker worked.
Oh my gosh. Number one, I tell people to this day, number one hardest worker like I've ever seen in practice. Like, it was a like savant level. It was very impressive. But I put you in that category, him, Tom, Matthew Stafford, Calvin Johnson.
Slate,
but not as much. But worked his ass off sprinting. I mean, he ran more sprints than anyone I've ever seen.
He would do drills like individual for his 17 plays a game. And he work them like their last drill every time.
But that's why he's going to be a Hall of Famer, though. Yeah, that's what he's different.
What about Derrick Henry? That guy's a fucking monster. And he works hard.
He does, but it's like, I'm not saying he doesn't work hard, but there's just like there's just, when you've seen as many players as I've seen over the last 12 years, there's a category up here where there's just people that are different. And I'd put him in there because not only of his, you know, on the field, but his work, like his weight room.
Shit.
Yeah, in-season weight room is like, oh, like, that's why he's doing what he's doing.
Now, you heard these rumors about, you know, how Harbaugh, you play with Coach Harbaugh.
Yeah.
How practicing them too hard guys are like kind of turned off of it.
Rumors, they're not rumors. We saw Zay talk about it.
Oh, is it Zay?
Yeah, Zay Flowers talked about it on a podcast with
what do you think
Leonard
about that?
Fournette and Jarvis. They're doing pretty good. What do I think about it? I mean, it's right in line with being hard practices. Like, I've been.
Are those the hardest practices you were ever a part of?
It's hard to say because I was probably saying the same thing with Bill's training camps. Those were hard. I mean, 9 a.m. and you're smacking in half line. You're calling Jesus a couple times. Like, am I really about this? And I would say Harbaugh's training camps are they take years.
It's that
off.
generation.
Yeah, they take years off your life. But I'm so used to it now, so I'm like a hard person to say. It is way different than the McVay tree. I've been in that tree. Brandon Staley was coach when I was with the Chargers. I actually loved it. I really believe in it because it's like the 3 day on, 1 day off. You don't do that in the NFL. Like, you're always practicing 3 days and then you play a game, you know? So why would we do anything different Why would I practice you 6 days in a row? Like, and I
Come on,
understand you need
Kyle.
to build callus. I understand that. I'm talking about like I
I've
understand.
been in TV for 5 years. The first 2 months of the season, we talk about the offensive line play every fucking year. You know what? You know, they just can't get them blocked. The defense is so much better. No, it's because they don't practice at high. They don't have enough padded practices anymore. So these guys can't pass each other off and learn how to fucking work with each other.
You're turning into that guy, huh?
I'm just saying.
You're turning into that guy.
Bro, I played in double days, right? I mean,
Here
like,
we go.
No, but like
I
going
played
from
in double days too.
double days. No, they didn't have double days.
I did in college.
Yeah, college, NFL is completely different. But like to where we're at right now, 3 on. I mean, I just think the level
I'm
of
saying
play,
that you can
the level
do-
of execution
You
is going
can
to go
do
down.
it both ways.
You can.
That's all I'm saying. There, like Aqib Talib said on the arena, he's played with McVay and he's played with Bill, and he was saying the same thing.
You can get to it in multiple ways.
You can get to it multiple ways. Would you say when the Rams won their Super Bowl, they were soft? No,
Probably not.
can't say that. They
No.
won the Super Bowl. Any team that wins the Super Bowl, to me, you're tough.
Yeah.
You're going through a gauntlet. You're not going through soft teams, especially in the playoffs. Like,
Was that when they had Todd Hurley?
Sony
Michel.
No, they had Sony. Yeah,
Shout out.
Sony. Shout out Sony. They had Sony. You had Aaron Vaughn, Leonard Floyd, I believe. They were good.
They were
Odell
really good.
was probably going to be MVP.
Cooper Kupp was a
Cooper
quad
was
king or something.
yeah, yeah. So they
Triple
were
crown.
Well, it was the Triple Crown, but he also he led in yak too, so it was the quad.
I just think they're that you can do both and still be tough. I think there's other issues in the NFL. Like personally, since I've been in, I think the teaching has gone down. Personally, this is what I think.
There's less time of
It
it.
doesn't matter. You can still become a good teacher. There's still good teachers. You don't hear the Eagles coach complain about it, the line coach. You don't hear the new Falcons O-line coach who's one of the tops. I believe he was with the Falcons, and now I can't think of his name. He's actually with the Baltimore Ravens now. A lot of good coaches. Kyle Shanahan, do you
I've
think?
heard that from a couple guys in the league. I won't say their name, but they have said coaching has been.
Yeah, the teaching is not what it should be. Like, I really believe the teaching, and that's why I think more, and I'm not trying to say, oh, like, sign me, but I think that's why veterans are so special and should be special in the NFL, kind of like what basketball does in some organizations. You have Kevin Love, who's still playing for the Utah Jazz, that's given so many guys over there, and I don't want to contrast. They're two different things, but it does help to have OGs in your building to help young guys not only be professionals, but to be to help teach.
Yeah.
Like they see it from an on-field perspective. The same thing happens in the NBA with those guys that are still playing, the Udonis Haslams of the world that are able to teach while still playing.
That's why I think it was such a great move for the Raiders to bring in Kirk Cousins for if they do draft Fernando
We will be
Yeah,
Mendoza.
they're going
past that,
to.
so
They're
they
going
draft-
to.
Or they are, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I just remember the value I used to see our backup quarterbacks get from watching Tom execute a system, from watching Tom ask questions to Josh,
Mhm.
watching Tom on how he watched film,
Yeah.
watching Tom on how he talked to the guys.
Yeah.
So when Tom wasn't there for those 4, Jimmy G came in and everyone was saying, oh, well I mean, that's a lot of value to seeing something ran the way it's supposed to be ran. I think Kirk Cousins can do that for Fernando.
Well, look at the crew he had. You have Jacoby Brissett, who's still a quarterback
Still
in the
going.
league. Jimmy Garoppolo, still
G.
a quarterback in the league. Both successful, whatever. You can say whatever you want about them, but they're successful.
They're still in the
They've
league.
played 10 years in the league. They're success. So to your point, that's why I think the teaching aspect is it needs to improve. And I think it's hard because of now the turnover so much faster. They want youth in there, salary cap, how it's being used, all to the quarterback. They want to get cheaper in places. Totally understand all that. But I just think the value of the coaches being teachers, it should go up.
What's the best coaching, teaching
Oh,
that
that's
you
Scar.
ever got?
It's not from me that I got. It's listening to Scar. Scar is the best teacher
I say
I've
that all the time.
ever watched. By far, not even close. I tell this, like, just listening to him, how he was able to, I mean, he took guys that had no business and got them prepared and ready to play if they needed. I mean, Trent Brown became the highest paid tackle at one point after, being duped from the Niners as kind of not, wasted, whatever, and got him to believe in himself, got him to believe in the group he was with, to play at, I think he played at an all-pro level in 2018 and then got picked up by the, paid by the Raiders at that point, and now he's still in the league. And I'm sure he remembers all the Scar teachings, but it's just, I think him and Bill, Bill's an amazing teacher of being able to take something so simple and break it down to whoever needed to hear it, however you need to hear it, whether you're a visual learner, walking and talking, however you were trying to learn. I think that's what separated Bill. But I think another thing that separates Bill than anyone else is his critical thinking in game, like his in-game adjustments. Like, I can't believe how some teams don't do in-game adjustments, like on the sideline where teams are like attacking a certain thing and you won't adjust. And it's like, it drives me nuts, bro.
Steelers, they do what they do.
Do what we do.
Woo.
Steelers, they're still going to put, are we changing it up a little? You got it, right?
They got
New
to.
head coach.
I mean, Graham's a good coach.
PG?
Yeah, PG's a solid coach. He's been successful.
Is he with the Steelers
Yeah,
now?
he's a Steelers DC. They're going to be good.
Let's go, PG.
Yeah, PG's going to be great over there. He's got a lot of talent, probably the most talent he's had since New England. You could probably argue. He's got a lot of ballers over there.
They got to get going. They're getting kind of old over there.
They said this week they're sticking with the 3-4 though.
They should. They have 3-4 bodies. Cam Hayward. They just picked up Sebastian Joseph Day. They got the Yaya Harmon, TJ Watt. They still got Herbig. They still have Highsmith, Alex Queen, Jalen Ramsey, Asante Samuel.
You think the Steelers can make a run?
I mean,
is Aaron going back there?
I don't know. I'm not sure. They need a quarterback. They don't have one. And maybe Will Howard's the guy. I don't know. I don't know. But if he was the guy, they probably would have,
gave him the keys already.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who do you think they draft?
Not
This is
sure.
after the draft.
What are they, like number 28?
They're probably like 20.
22.
They made the playoffs over us.
I know,
That
but
was
like
brutal.
it's outrageous. Now we got to talk about this 2018 AFC Championship game.
Let's get into
All
it, bro.
timer.
Arrowhead.
You had games.
What's the first thing you think about when you think about that game?
I think about the play I had that goes unnoticed. It was a screenplay to DJ Williams on the side, and it was me and I think 3 blockers, and I split 2
I remember that.
and knocked him out of bounds. And it was a huge play. You can't fucking block, right? And then I remember how the heaters went out in the game.
Heaters went out.
And I remember how
Heatgate.
I remember how you had the same play like 3 times in a row, 3rd and 10. And then I remember the interception that didn't count. I had the heater wasn't working, so I was balled up in a cocoon with my jacket on. I wasn't even watching the game. I was just like, somebody tap me and tell me when we're going back. So the crowd's going crazy. I get tapped. I'm like, what the hell happened? And I guess there was a pick, and then all of a sudden they were like, the laundry. Thank you, D Ford.
Dude.
It was D Ford.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I forget. Someone came up to me. I was slamming my shit all pissed off. What the fuck? We think about the offseason.
Yeah.
Like, shit's gonna suck, man. Fuck this. Fuck you guys. And some guy came up to me. He goes, you guys are gonna have a hell of offseason. So I thought we fully lost the game.
Yeah.
And then I go, what? There's a flag. I went and ran him down. I was like, there's a flag. There's a flag. I thought that was like the funnest win. That was
great. Oh yeah, that's an all timer.
Just because
that was better than the Super Bowl because we had like no one gave us a chance going in there winning.
Well, against the Rams?
No, against the Chiefs. They were on fire.
They had
Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, Williams.
You guys shut them up in the first half.
Yeah, goose egg.
Except wait, late didn't they score like right before the half or no?
Nah, nothing.
They had nothing, bro.
Yeah, you guys,
we was going crazy.
You guys were holding them.
Yeah, we were going crazy, and then all of a sudden Andy Reid, he give him enough time. He's like, I got him.
Andy Reid.
Man, we gotta put some shine on Kyle that game, bro. 10 tackles, 2 sacks, 2 TFLs, and 2 QB hits, man.
It's going crazy.
Elite. The playoff stats are up there.
Elite, yes. That year was elite. Played good. Man. 18 was a run.
All right, man. Let's go back into time to win your game that we are discussing, the Poinsettia Bowl.
Let's see it.
Let's go.
It happened on December 20th, 2012. Let's go over some pop culture, see what was going on in the world. Number 1 movie was The Hobbit. Number 1 song, Locked Out of Heaven by Bruno Mars. My mom loves Bruno Mars. Popping around in theater, Django, awesome movie. Lincoln, too long. I gotta go back and watch it, but Daniel Day-Lewis, right?
Out, bro. Yeah.
Lincoln was good. Skyfall was good. All 3 of those are great movies.
I know, but I gotta go watch them. I gotta go rewatch the Lincoln.
Oh, you were such a Gangnam Style guy. Oh, for sure.
No shot.
Yeah,
I didn't. I wasn't.
Hey.
My kid loves that. My little girl's 9 years old now.
Gangnam Style's still around?
Nah,
well, it's on
it was
YouTube.
more like 2 years ago when they used to love it in the car rides. But
That's true.
It's still popping.
Man,
they hit a billion views,
bro.
AP was the MVP. Gosh, that was the last time anyone not a quarterback, right?
Manziel was going crazy.
Johnny,
bro, he's my draft class. Story about Johnny. I was the year, I think I was the last year they did the rookie symposium.
Oh.
I was the one that was getting entertained by Warren Sapp and Chris Carter talking about a fall guy.
Oh,
you need
the
a fall
legendary
guy.
Fall Guy
I was there. And I'm looking.
They don't do those anymore?
No, hell no. I loved it though.
Yeah, it was good.
It was great. But hell no, they don't do it no more. But I think they do it with their own respected teams.
Now every team has to do it like we do, like rookie sec.
Yeah. And so I'll never forget, like I'm listening to this and I'm looking at like whatever the team person is. I can't remember what their job was. The ops guy that was there. And he's like looking and he's like scratching his head. Like they just went off the rails and they were talking about like, you ever get busted? You got your boy in the back, just tell him to do it. And I'm like looking, I'm like, oh, this is crazy. And while we were there, the rumor was Johnny Manziel wasn't there. And he showed up late. And I think you get like a big fine because it was like mandatory that you had to go. He was just chilling in the hallway like nothing happened. Like, all right, I'm here, But yeah, Giant football, he's good people.
Dude, imagine if he just had a fall guy. It'd be all right. That's some wise words he missed.
I mean, I think he tried to have him.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was the fall guy. That was crazy, bro. I'll never forget that. That was insane watching just Sapp and Chris Carter. They talked for like 30 minutes about this too.
I think Carter was talking at mine, but he actually gave us some good shit. I remember him talking about at Rookie Symposium, life's about choices, decisions, and consequences. There's a choice, you decide what to make, and there's going to be a consequence or something like that.
Yeah. The other guy that spoke, something Herring, he played for the Celtics. His story.
Yeah,
Chris Herring,
the white boy.
Yeah.
Yes, who had like the drug. Oh my God, he told his story. I was locked in. It was so powerful.
Remember the Francisi guy we used to come and talk to us about gambling, the ex-gangster, who's like one of the Goodfella dudes.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of shit that happens with our league, and a lot of people say they could do more. But look, I think that they try
Yeah.
to get better.
Okay, this is good conversation because I do think they can do one thing better, and I do think it's the mental health aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, we had a fallen brother in the NFL, Rondell Moore. Don't know him, but condolences to his family. AJ Green had a really good point where he said that if you get a season-ending injury, it should be mandatory that you should be meeting with somebody like a therapist. I do think it should be outside of the building because I independent, just kind of like a neuro doctor from a concussion purpose. I think it should be the same thing. They should give you like 5 to 10 therapists. You can,
Sessions.
you can pick which one you can see, but it should be mandatory for anybody that's injured. Personally, I think.
I mean, it's a valid point.
Yeah.
I mean, psychologically, that's one of the hardest things you deal with as an athlete is when you can't go out and do what you think you're here to do.
Yeah, and you get isolated too.
Very isolated.
And it's not anyone's fault. It's just it is what it
moves
is.
on.
Yeah, it is what it is.
The train moves on. You're sitting back at the train stop watching it go.
Yeah.
While you're just trying to learn how to walk again.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
What was life like for you?
During
2012 in college, BYU,
Big man on campus.
Yeah.
big man on campus or what?
I was during that time. We didn't really have a.
I was.
I was.
I like that.
I was though. Like,
Let's go.
At that point, we didn't have a quarterback that was getting marketed. I was marketed like a quarterback. They put me on billboards. Like, I did commercials.
NIL?
I mean, off the books.
Oh.
Yeah. Those conversations are, they are what they are. They were great.
A lot of money at BYU.
They are. You see what they're doing now.
Dang.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Are they gonna make it to the
I think, they have a chance to get into they should have been in the playoffs last year. Kalani Sitake's doing a great job with them now.
Satake?
Yeah.
Glad he didn't leave.
Satake.
Me too. He was definitely gone. That's for sure. I know that. He was definitely going to Penn State. Like, I know that. But
Money talks.
hey, things happen.
Money
Go,
talk.
baby.
Yeah, especially,
Was it crumble
Are you a movie guy?
Yeah, the crumble
cookies?
Am I a movie guy? Yeah,
Yeah.
I love movie TV shows. Yes. Big.
What's your shows right now?
My shows right now, The Neighbors and Friends that came back.
Everyone's watching that.
The Pit on HBO.
Yeah,
Great
people
show.
are starting to like that.
Starting to like it's a hit. one show.
The Seven Kingdoms. That was good.
Was that the prequel?
Yeah.
Yeah, prequel.
I'm trying to think. I have a list. I'm on my
this
phone.
Is professional
I love that.
life.
I'm huge.
Veteran, married man, professional athlete.
Yeah.
You got a lot of series
I got a ton.
because that's what you're watching probably when you're getting your body work or you're traveling.
Ooh, I got a whole list. I'll just shout out a couple of ones that I've liked over the years. Ray Donovan,
Boston guy.
House of Cards, The Shy, Top Boy, Shameless, Succession, Billions, Barry, Money Heist.
Are you gonna get into TV or something? You watch a lot of shows.
Ozark, The Boys. I keep going. The Punisher, Taboo with Tom Hardy, City on a Hill. That's also Boston too. Hightown, Vikings of Valhalla, Hunters, Reacher, Frauda, Gentleman. That's a good one. Bosch Legacy, Yellow Jackets, Lawman Bosch,
Showtime,
Tulsa
I like that,
King, and Mayor of Kingstown. Those are just a couple. I got more. I could scroll.
Man,
That's what I do.
That's
bro.
a ball knower. That's a ball knower.
That's a movie knower.
Yeah,
Movie knower.
The TV shows. More TV shows, yeah.
Which is the new movie?
Yeah, fair. When are we going to see you in a movie?
Ooh.
It's
I
gotten
like
cut
that.
out. It's gotten cut out of
go
the show.
back. I got questions too. Like, where are the thirst trap photos
Whoa.
too?
That's what I'm saying. We gotta bring him back in the rotation, man.
I see you got a
good for-
couple
it's good for our
fellow
content
friends
bucket.
in a thirst trap scene now too.
I mean, we were once a young guy.
Okay. Hey, one thing I always respect is you've always been like very private and respectful of your love life. Like, you've always kept it, I've always respected how you move that way.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're like a bad person or anything. It's just like in regards to relationships, it's none of my business. But like knowing you and being friends with you, of like how you're a handsome guy, young guy, you know, how you move, respect.
Thanks, Bo. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Just trying to move the right way.
Yeah.
And a 9-year-old daughter.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how's being a dad of a 9-year-old daughter?
It's insane. It's a fun.
What's she into?
She loves horses.
Nice. Like what? I can't say horses. The word. I can't say the word. Like the
canter.
Is it the equestrian? Ooh,
equestrian.
You should get tickets for her at when the Olympics do equestrian.
We should probably.
Is she like country? Like my mentor's daughter's a barrel. She's like a top.
She just goes. I mean, she loves them. We're not like. I'm not a horse guy.
Oh, I can tell.
You know what I mean? Okay. So you know we do the horses. She plays soccer. She plays tennis.
Nice.
She loves the water sports. You know, she's really big into the lake right now. I showed her, you know, we've been going to lake life for 5 years, you know. So she loves going to the lake, going on the tube, getting on the kneeboard, doing the skis. You know, it's a fun age because you could show them like movies and they understand the humor.
Yeah.
You know, you watch Home Alone and like some guy gets kicked in the nuts. She's dying laughing now. Like, you know, she understands that. You watch that when they're like 5, they're like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a fun age. And like, honestly, nothing quite gives you the sport high that you used to get when you would go. Like for me, when I would go and I would train in the off season to try to get something better. I'd run a route like 1,000 times. This one, just the top of a route. And then when I would see it translate and progress on the field in a game, that satisfaction, euphoric feeling that you got from seeing your work pay off, I only get that now from watching my kid. Like that euphoric feeling, watching her hit the piano with the teacher, you know, grinding through it, learning things, doing things that are hard for her, watching her on the soccer field, watching her practice, watching her on the tennis court. Like that's the shit that gets me. Like I just won a Super Bowl is when, you know, she's hitting the forehand right.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
It's a fun age because they still love you. I know it's going to get crazy here in a few years, you know, and, you know, things change.
Mm-hmm. I think you're going to be great. You're going to be good.
Oh, I will be straight.
Yeah.
You got a kid, right?
I do. I have 2.
2.
I have a 6-year-old son, Trey. And my daughter, who's 4, Monet.
Trey and Monet.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of stuff are they into, Kyle?
Yeah.
Great question. Thanks.
I didn't mean to cut you off. My bad.
No. Trey's into everything. He's a very smart kid, very artistic. He does flag football, baseball, coaches pitch right now, getting him into golf. Tennis. He plays everything. Basketball.
I like it. The true rich people sport.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't get to play those growing up.
either.
So we're throwing them in there. We need it. I need those tennis lessons.
My parents I'm better than what my parents, like they made it.
Yeah,
we're trying to go the next.
Yeah, I get it. And, you know, another thing that I'm starting to do that I didn't do, which I wish I would have done, was I always wish I would have played a sport that was solo.
Oh, yeah.
Or do something activity-wise, like I'm going to get him, my next thing that he's going to get into is jujitsu. I hope I said that right. Just to learn, you know, the respect, you know, the mentality, be a warrior, but a gardener type of deal, like that mindset where you can, you know, protect yourself, protect others, but you're learning it in a controlled environment where you're learning peace within type of deal. So I think that's something I wish I learned that I want him to learn, whether that's jiu-jitsu or boxing, one of the two.
I love we're team sport guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which football is the ultimate team sport. 11 guys got to do the right thing.
But golf is the best sport.
But the individual sports, that's a different psyche.
Yes.
You know, that's why I like her doing tennis, because there ain't no one to blame but yourself.
Nope.
the light is on you.
Mm.
There's, you know what I mean? Like
No, it is.
you can't have a bad day in those sports. Golf, tennis, all these individual sports. That's a different psychological mindset for these guys and women than when you're in a team sport.
Yeah.
Now, you got to be mentally tough in both of them, but it's just different.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
But I will say, to throw your hat in the ring, you're probably one of the best ping pong players I've seen.
No, I was Amendola.
Okay. No, I know, but you guys were always going at it in the corner versus each other. But that's that solo.
I'll give that to Dola.
That's the solo mission y'all was on in the.
I'll give that to Dola.
Yeah.
He's a sheriff. He's a sheriff.
Dang, you're just bowing the knee.
He beats my ass in ping pong.
Dang.
He taught me how to play ping pong.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Like, he used to beat me with like an iPhone. He'd have his iPhone. I didn't play ping pong.
Dola Supreme over here.
And it was different when you get those like the crazy paddles where they're spinning shit. You know what I mean? It's like tennis.
I love Dola.
Dola's best.
I wanted you need to dive into your story with Dola.
Which one?
You, Dola, and Paul Pierce.
We've already told that 15 times on the show.
Okay.
Old Paul.
Statute of limitations is passed.
Okay,
We're good.
fair.
You can't even go hood sliding anymore. Let's jump into this game, though.
Can we hit these San Diego State Aztecs real quick?
The Poinsettia Bowl, which Kent State almost went to the Poinsettia Bowl in 2006 when I was there.
Man, imagine that.
But we lost. I think we signed it before the last week, and then we were 6-5, and they thought we were going to be 7-5, and they pulled it from us when we lost in the last week.
Dang, you was playing quarterback too.
Yeah.
Did you throw a pick or something? What happened?
No, we played Ball State with Nate Davis. He was a quarterback that got drafted in the 3rd round of the Niners, and we were in Muncie, Indiana, or something like that, and it just was a weird Saturday.
Oh, that sucks. I
hate
hate
what
those.
I mean?
I've had one of those.
You have those weird Saturdays where like
I had that against Oregon State. Cookie. It was Cooks, Marcus Wheaton, and a backup quarterback, Dan Katz or something like that. Not Dan Katz from Barstool, but he ain't playing no quarterback.
Noted Patriots fan.
But this dude came out 12 for 12. They beat our ass.
It's just
it was crazy,
man. All right, Jack, get into this.
Man, let's get into these Aztecs real quick.
Brian Katz.
Second year of the Rocky Long era. You know anything about Mountain West football? You know Rocky Long, winning as head coach at New Mexico, came over to San Diego State. Coming off an 8-5 season. This year they were Mountain West co-champs. Started off 2-3, a little struggle, but ripped off 7 in a row. Beat number 19 Boise State on the road. This is a power run team. Don't like to throw the ball. They'll ground and pound it. Got Adam Wayma and then
Adam Wayma.
That guy was a beast. Walter Casey. Wayma had almost 1,500 yards. Casey 822. These guys were balling out. Gavin Escobar, remember him?
Yeah.
Tight end, good tight end. But put up 32 points a game with a run attack like that. So they were pretty...
I think this coach was at Michigan at one point too.
Was he?
I believe so. Rocky Long's been around. And then he and Bronco Mendenhall coached together.
Yeah, Bryce Butler, good friend of mine, good golfer. He's like a content creator golfer now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Good guy.
Yeah, I mean, this team was... this was a solid Mountain West team. And then getting into these BYU Cougars,
Your favorite
baby.
player, Daniel Sorensen.
Oh, bro, forgot
That's
about that.
Jules' favored player right there.
What do you mean?
Safety from Kansas City.
Oh, is that the white boy?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was easy.
I forgot about that little
Dig him out. He
funny.
was easy.
That's
Oh,
why I was
goodness.
just saying that's one of your favorite players.
Nah, I respect. I mean, we used to battle each other, man.
Man, respect. These Cougars were 8-5, Bronco Mendenhall era, put up 28 points a game on offense, but no disrespect to the offense and what Riley Nelson and Cody Hoffman did. But this defense was insane.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, allowing just 14 points a game, 3rd in the nation. This is post-Mountain West era, so second year as an independent for BYU. I mean, we got to put some love on Kyle this year. I mean, this game was insane, but this season, 13 sacks, 22 tackles for losses, 6 forced fumbles, 2 picks. This team was insane.
Didn't even make All-American.
How is that possible?
How's that possible?
I was looking back, I was
didn't
like-
play in the that year was Jarvis Jones, Minter. I think it was Mosley and somebody else, but I don't care. I should have been one of them. That's all I know.
Man, you and Zig Janssen were insane, bro.
Yeah,
What a dynamic
we were
duo.
number 2 in the country in defense. I played a game this year, Jules. We held Boise State to 0 points and still lost. We threw a pick six to the nose tackle.
I remember that.
Bro.
That was crazy.
I forgot about that
hurts
game. My
heart
gosh.
still.
22.
Yeah.
This was freshman Taysom Hill, too.
Yeah. Young buck.
What do you remember about this team?
I remember we were really good. We were rugged on defense. We were tough. I remember the San Diego State game. Moema was like the person to stop. I mean, ran for 1,500 yards essentially that year. We knew it was going to be a defensive game. So it was just like, all right, if, we might have to score to win this game. And that was kind of the mentality going into it. And I happened to score twice that game.
You did.
I did. I went crazy. This was like, honestly, I thought I was going to go to the NFL after this year, but decided to go back for my senior year.
Jeez. Now, what's one thing that people don't know about BYU? The best part of it?
One thing.
Because I mean, like, what?
Yeah.
There's like almost like you guys. It's kind of like in its own little world over there.
Yeah, they call it the bubble.
Yeah,
it's like in its own little bubble. I don't think people realize how smart people are there. Like, a lot of people get jobs from BYU all over the country. I saw recently a video of someone talking about. I remember I graduated history major. Yes, sir. I am a college graduate.
What
history major?
I know what histories.
American
history?
It was
English history?
No, it was all
history?
of it. World history. But I couldn't tell you anything world history. I wanted to catch myself before you went down that road. Like, when's World War II?
You know World War II.
I believe it was 1939.
Yeah, to 45.
Okay.
Let's go, baby.
Let's go. All right, we'll stop there.
That was the history corner.
We'll stop there. But I was in history class, and I won't forget this one. This one was crazy. They picked a kid, like the CIA came and like grabbed a kid out of my class. Never saw him again. I think they were recruiting this kid. I think he spoke because a lot of people serve LDS missions. And so I think this kid spoke like 5 different languages, and they just like basically, you got the job, and like picked him out of class.
Wow.
And never saw him again. I just think there's a lot of smart humans there. I mean, they're hardworking. I think a lot of jobs, salesmen, like door to door sales, they do a really good job of that because they take 2-year missions and they knock on doors for 2 years. I don't think it's 2 years anymore. I think it's 1 year. You can kind of pick how long you go now, but I didn't serve one. Other factors are in there, but I respect those that choose to do it. I really think it's unbelievable. I mean, my brother did it. He went on a Spanish speaking. My mom did it, went Spanish speaking to Dominican Republic. My dad did it. He went to the Philippines. I have all my cousins went Spanish speaking. So like, my family, I'm adopted. So my whole family's white. So you got like 5 people that can speak Spanish to each other at the dinner table. You're like, bro, just speak English, bro.
Oh, man.
But yeah, it's great. It was an awesome experience. Like I said, when you asked, and I wasn't humble about it, I really did get treated like a superstar there. I couldn't go to class because people would bug me. I got like the Jimmer Fredette treatment where I got to just go to an advisor every day and do my work there and would sign autographs basically like every day like Jimmer did.
Whoa,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah, it was a cool experience, very humbling. And I learned how to be a professional. Like, I learned how to move like a professional. That's why I felt like when I got in the league, a lot of guys when I was a rookie would be like, bro, you seem like you've been in the league 7 years. And I'm like, oh, I'm a rookie. And they'd be like, oh, you just not like, you take care of your body. Like, you're very well spoken. You know how to like maneuver. Like it's very impressive. And so I think that's why a guy who I still talk to this day, Calvin Johnson, me and him just got along really well right at the beginning, just because I felt like we had he thought I was like a mature rookie for my age and could handle the just talking shit with him. And, you know, he still makes fun of how I run. He'll like text me. Yeah. He'll text me like, bro, pump your arms, and just mess with me still to this day. But I owe a lot to that place of just becoming a young man.
Mount Rushmore of BYU people.
Oh man,
good question.
Brigham.
All time.
Hell no.
Andy Reid. Oh.
Brigham's not on there. Andy, pump pass kick guy, he's not in there.
Steve Young.
Steve's on there. Jimmer Fredette's on there for sure. It's a really good question. Who else is on there?
Who else we got?
I'd probably put Robbie Bosco on there.
Bosco?
Yeah. And then I'm going to put him on there just because I like his story so much, is McMahon.
Yes.
Yeah, just because he's so different. He did things his way there. He probably like was drinking beer and, you know.
Those are legends, I feel like I've heard.
Yeah, like he's just a cool dude. I've met him a couple of times and he just did everything his way and he did it in the league his way. Like he's just a cool cat.
Dang.
Shout out McMahon.
Yeah. I would say those four.
Well, let's get in this game lead up.
I'm just laughing at the fact you had Austin Collie on yours this morning. when we were practicing.
The guy cracked me up.
Yeah.
No shade.
Remember we talked about this. You told me when we first met and talked about it, how he would change his gloves
1,000 times.
like a million times during
Dude,
the game.
he had, I love you, Collie. I love you. But my guy had trainers rolling out his palms before he went out to go. And then he would like take the gloves off and he's like, hey, can you roll out my hands? They feel a little stiff. Like he had like some OCD shit going. I was sitting there like, Collie, let's fucking go.
Gotta make sure the hands are right.
He was he would do the glove thing. You know,
But how can you make fun of OCD when you're like one of the most OCD?
Was I?
Bro.
How?
Your warm-up had to be the same. Your massages every single day had to be like the same amount. Your dip, that's a whole different story.
I mean,
we could go down the list of the yellow shirt. Oh my gosh. That yellow shirt's probably
It's in this room. Can't you smell it?
It's back there somewhere.
That yellow shirt gets treated better than a lot of people.
It's right there, buddy.
Oh, there it is.
Let me see this thing.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this thing, bro.
Oh,
This is so gross. Hey, you know what's cool though? Is you still got it. This is dope.
Hell yeah,
That's
bro. That's
gonna
where I
be
came
awesome.
from.
Put that
You
thing in
always-
can, baby.
Yeah.
I always used to say, you're like Popeye said, I am what I am.
Yeah.
I am what I am.
In college, we did great.
We're good.
Hook
Yeah.
shot.
Shit's gritty.
In college, we did gray shirts, so I know the feeling.
Yeah.
I respect it.
You guys did gray shirts in games too.
Yeah.
No, that was a fresh look. Caleb Williams
Yeah, Caleb does that.
here for a little bit.
So,
Took some heat
Game
for
lead
it.
up. What do we got?
All right, let's get into this thing. We got the 9-3 entering this game. San Diego State Aztecs 7-5 BYU. BYU coming off a late season loss to San Jose State, uncharacteristic. And we got James Lark making his second career start in this one, 5th year senior. So the defense is gonna have to do they're gonna have their work cut out for him, baby.
yeah.
And San Diego State 7-game win streak. We mentioned that earlier. Leading into this one, this was Rocky Long, Bronco Mendenhall. Mendenhall had been his DC at New Mexico. They'd worked together at Oregon State, so this was a little pupil versus the master kind of game. Two guys that know each other very well. BYU enters this thing 5-0 in their last 5 against San Diego
What was
State.
in the swag bag?
Oh, gotta ask that.
probably trash.
Trash.
During that time.
No PlayStation.
Sidekick?
Yeah. This was like the old San Diego
Bowl.
stadium.
Qualcomm.
Yeah.
Qualcomm, baby.
Yeah.
I played there.
Me too.
Shout out.
Bro.
The Chargers, baby.
Gronk had his 69-yard touchdown there.
So What stands out to this game other than your 2 touchdowns, sack, interception, and
Unblock.
block punt?
Honestly, I like blacked out.
Were you in the
this
zone?
game. Yeah, I blacked out this game. Like,
What made you so prepared for this game? Why do you think you played so well? Was it your week of prep? Did you know going into this thing you were going to have something? Did you do something superstitious?
This is funny. This is good. All right, we'll get in the nitty gritty. So I thought I was playing so good that year that I was like, I'm going to the league, you know? And about a month prior to this, because this was like right at the week after was finals. And so I had my advisor say, hey, look, like you're failing a bunch of your classes. I was like, oh shit, like it looks like I'm going to the league then. And he was like, listen, like, I think you should just try the last month, like just in case you want to come back, want to finish, like whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'll try this next month. So I like really tried at school. The week before was finals. I had to get like an over an 80 on one test, over 75, and like another 85 in one test to like pass the class. So I found out what, I'm not going to lie, like what Adderall was that week. And I studied my ass off all week. Like I was prepared like the first time ever. Passed all 3 of my finals. Got the one I had to get an 85. I got an 88. And I've never been more excited in my life to where the advisors, when we got the test, were like all jumping like, oh, you know? So like that was dope. So then I just slept that whole next week because I had been up for like 3 days straight studying and taking tests. But I just like slept during that whole time and then went stupid. And I think just
see, kids.
No, yeah.
You get good grades, you play good football.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. Focus on the grade part for sure. The other stuff, please don't do.
You see the satisfaction of going out there and achieving your goal.
Yeah.
In the academics, it allows you to play free.
Yes.
Yep. And it was, I think, just after the game, like being able to celebrate that experience with my parents. I mean, the sack fumble in the end zone, that second to the left picture. Yeah, or second from the left picture.
I watched that.
That was like that was probably the
sack
one
fumble
play.
Tud.
Yeah, Tud. And just remembering Ziggy on the pile with me and my teammates all geeked. And then just the experience after was pretty crazy. It was like Twitter was just starting at the time what X was starting to, so like trending after that and like being on SportsCenter, my name was #1 trending on like the top 10 of Twitter.
Yeah.
And then just having 2 plays on the top 10 from that night and just, you know, agents start hitting you up after that process. And just that whole experience was pretty crazy after.
Now, were you excited to be playing against San Diego State in the Poinsettia Bowl, or what was
no. We were pissed because our defense was #2 in the country. And, you know, it was like disappointing to make it, you know, being on a team that should have been in those top bowl games. We just had, Taysom Hill, who's played in the NFL a while, he got hurt that year in the 4th quarter of a dumb football game, and somebody went low at his knee and blew his knee out. And so that was kind of, then after that, I was like trying to find a quarterback. I think we played with 4 different quarterbacks that season. So it was just kind of crazy. I mean, we lost the game with not giving up a defensive touchdown. So it was just like one of those seasons where it is what it is. And, you know, we were kind of pissed off and, you know, we played like it. We played really, really well the whole game.
Now, who was the quarterback looking at when he threw you the pick 6?
I don't know, because I
just
slipped.
wanted to know that.
That was great. I slipped.
You were like right there.
It was just one of those games, Jules. Where
and you had some good yak.
Yeah. We got busy. A little bit. I got 5 tutties in the league, so I get busy when I get the ball, bro.
Nose for the end zone.
Yeah.
Who's the coolest quarterback you picked off?
The arms, as Calvin Johnson would say, bro. Because I didn't know that's what it was, but I just been thinking about it after you told me it is. You need to move.
Yeah, I need to pump my arms more.
Who's the coolest quarterback you picked off in the league?
Picked off? I haven't picked off very many cool quarterbacks, but
Coolest quarterback you
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Yeah.
That's a good quarterback.
Yeah, Jared Goff. But it was early in his it was when he was in St. Louis, so they were bad.
That's early.
We're
They
gonna
were
age
bad,
ourselves with that one, yeah.
Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
I remember
and then I
the
got a pick six off Josh Rosen. Appreciate it.
Chosen Rosen, let's
yeah,
go.
thanks,
Rosen.
Josh.
Dude.
Favorite quarterback you sacked in the league?
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Patrick Mahomes.
Is he hard?
No.
Josh Allen? Like, is he like because I remember watching Big Ben.
I just think it's a rivalry over the years, right? Like when you play in the league and he might not think I'm a rival, whatever, but like playing in New England and seeing his development where he sucked ass at the beginning, but you saw talent, and then Dayball got there. And then 2019, when we were playing for the division game
he
at
came out
home,
and played us hard.
and you were kind of like, oh shit, he's figuring out the check down. And you just saw the progression with Dayball, and then to see where he's at now, like he's really, really good. And then Patrick Mahomes, that game in the AFC Championship, getting him twice was pretty sick. And then I missed Tom though. That's the one that got away.
Yeah, got him. The one
When
that
he
got
was
away.
in Tampa, I was playing. I probably shouldn't have played that game. I had a bruise. I strained something. I my adductor,
The adductors are
mangus
terrible.
or whatever, and thugged it out. And there's a play where he sidesteps me, and I'm like on one leg, and I
Did
dive.
he say anything?
No. But what was weird about that? And I don't know if you ever talked to him, but like that game was so intense. Like it felt like a playoff game. But then after the game, I don't know if he said this. It was me and Hy were right next to him, and he was like, I think he said that wasn't as much fun as I thought it was gonna be. Like I think he enjoyed beating us, but I think it was like the big brother kind of relationship that we had. Like it wasn't as fun as he thought. Now I didn't think it was that fun either, because it's like that's like your brother on the other side. Like you want to beat him.
This is you playing against Tampa.
Yeah. When we were in New
They
England,
should have went for it on fourth down. Right?
Yeah, you're talking about with the field goal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, look at Foles is still kicking. He's a baller. I just think with the rain, it's impressive what he's doing. I just think with the rain, it was just, it is what it is. That
And
one
if you
sucked.
missed
That
it,
false
Mac
start.
Jones would have gotten the radio bullshit, and then would have whatever.
Yeah, tough game.
Yeah.
Jack, put a bow on this and let's grade her.
Man, 23-6, BYU gets the win. All-timer Kyle was named defensive MVP. Cody Hoffman, offensive MVP. He balled out in this game.
Read Kyle's
You get
stat
anything
line.
for
Just
that?
give his full stat
We got to
line.
read the stat line. 8 total tackles, 2 touchdowns, 1 fumble recovery, 1 interception, 1.5 sacks, 3.5 tackles for losses, and a punt block.
That's a fucking elite.
That is a game, baby.
We went crazy. I think I'm the only player in college football history to have, I think, 3 seasons or back-to-back seasons with every stat you could get on defense.
every stat.
Every stat. I think pump block, all of the stats you can get back-to-back seasons. I think you might have to check me with that. I might
Yeah,
be-
look that one up.
You played 1 year with Ninkovich, right? That's a
Nico.
Ninkovich stat right there.
What?
Right there. That stat that you just brought up.
No way
is a-
you're going to put me in that
Bro,
category.
Ninkovich used to come
Nico
up,
is the worst when it
Nico
comes to
used
that.
to say, fumble recoveries
Oh,
in the
hell.
third quarter. I have the most all time of that.
That's a sweet stat, though.
Just fucking around.
But I'm kind of like, you're comparing me to Nico. This is like
Get out of here.
negative Nancy Nico.
Was this your best individual performance of all time in college or all time?
Probably all time,
Right.
maybe. In high school, I went crazy one game. I think I had like 4 or 5 touchdowns in one game.
How'd you guys celebrate in San Diego?
It's funny you bring this up. I took Ziggy Ansah to Jack in the Box for the first time. He had never been.
2 tacos?
Yep.
Dip them in ranch, jumbo
No,
jack.
we didn't go that crazy.
I love
the egg rolls. I love Jack in the Box
Breakfast
egg
Jack?
rolls. Oh,
It's been so long.
I know, me too.
It was like it was cool. Jack was cool because they served everything at all times.
All the time.
They didn't have the
curly
10:30.
fries went crazy.
Curly fries,
Woo!
Oreo
the milkshake,
shake.
Oreo shake.
Oreo
Yes.
shake.
All right, we're on the same
We're on
page.
the same page.
Let's go. What's the craziest game you've had?
And what?
I mean, that's a Nico comment right there.
No, college football?
You were just ever. Yeah. High school. I mean, you went stupid in high school. You played every position.
I was a quarterback in high school.
I know. And at Kent State.
I don't know. I had some good running, throwing games where I'd throw for 250 yards, run for 150 yards.
What about
When
in
I was
the
a
league?
little kid, I scored 7 or 6
I
touchdowns.
bet. I bet
in
they
a game.
couldn't catch you. What about the league? What's
In
the
the league-
game that comes to mind? Would it be the MVP game, or do you think there's more?
See, I don't know. I've had really good games, but I had really good moments. You know what I mean? I had a good that Super Bowl MVP game. I was probably 99 for 100 on all my assignments. It was almost a perfect assignment game. There was one where a ball was kind of tipped and I didn't catch. It was tipped and I didn't catch it. But
You cared about grades?
no, but it was one of those things where when you say after a really good game, I could have had that one block.
Yeah.
There's always
That's
one.
fair.
There's always one rep. No matter how good your stats were,
Mhm.
there's always something. And that was
Always.
a close to a really good game, even though there was no touchdown. The Super Bowl in Seattle against Seattle was awesome. That was a really cool game. I don't know. I had some monster college games against Akron when I was at Kent, where I threw for 305, 3 touchdowns, ran for a touchdown. It was the first time we got the wagon wheel in years. That, you know what I mean?
That's funny.
Fucking, it's always fun. Let's name this thing. What do you want to name this? We got some names. The Poinsettia Bowl.
The
Poinsettia Bowl. The Kyle Van Noy game. The Double Tutty game. The I Blacked Out game. The Smackdown in San Diego. Or something else.
I gotta call it.
Whatever you want.
Shit, I'm gonna put my name on it,
Let's
Jules.
go.
Come
The
on,
Kyle
bro. Yeah.
Van Noy.
It's fitting.
Two-doy game. I was trying to get
That
a
was
2
pretty good.
touchdown.
That was good. I like that.
Didn't work. Right
Not
there.
bad. Not bad. You try.
I'm gonna get put on Flobation again. Score the game. Is this the greatest game of all time? Let's score it. The stakes of this 2012 Poinsettia Bowl game between San Diego State and Brigham Young University.
What
for
is
4
it?
straight
1
bowl
out of
wins.
5?
1 out of 10.
1 out of
Decimals
10?
encouraged.
Oh, then I'm gonna put the stakes are 6.3.
You know, that's a
Elite
veteran
score
score.
right there. That's a great score.
Veteran score, a man of integrity. I gotta go 6-1. Look, these are great.
Yeah.
It's a.
I went 6-4. We're in the same
I never
ballpark.
went to a bowl game, so I wish I got to grade a fucking bowl game.
No,
I also
I'm
went
sorry,
6-1. On the same page.
Freaking
here.
Ball State.
The star power of this game, whoever was at the game, was
Yeah. I'm gonna say 3.2.
3.2.
Yeah.
Nah, you're in there. I'll give it a 5-0.
Oh, look at you. That's nice of you.
Jeez.
5-0. 5-0, not 5-8. 5-0.
4-2.
I had 3-1.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was a little low on that one.
The game.
Hold on, what was this bowl game sponsored by?
San Diego County Credit Union.
Okay, that counts.
Ooh.
You got to add a point
Shout
to that.
out.
Let's go.
Shout out.
Shout out.
The gameplay of this game.
Ooh.
It's back and forth.
Yeah.
It was
I'm
first.
gonna say gameplay till the fourth quarter was, I would say, an 8.
I like that. I mean, I made the National Football League as a special team player. This fucking punter put 17 punts inside the -2 yard line. It looked
Field
like.
position game.
I mean, the way this guy punted, I got a hard on. It was fucking. It was elite. And then
Yeah.
you had
Too many
one
fair
white boy
catches,
that was
though. Too many fair catches. Actually, JD Falsev was
no,
like
but
you.
I'm saying the punt. And you guys did the plus 50 punch so good where you had your heels on the back and the guy caught it on the one twice or 3 times. And then I like defensive games, those kind of games. I'm going to go with a 8.1.
Riley Stevenson, Seamus McMurrow, baby. Punters. 14 total punts.
But the gunner, too. I don't know who the gunner was. There was a gunner that got like 3 inside the 5s. That punter, did he get drafted? He had to have after that.
I think so. I think you got to look. You know, crazy. How many times were you like the Patriot player of the week? Or
I don't even know.
You know, remember when Bill got that? It's one thing that I never got that I'm like still bitter about.
I didn't get it that often.
No, I know. Not many people did. He would give it to like random people all the time. Not saying they weren't deserving, but I always was butthurt. I never got one.
I used to wear black jersey my first like 2 years though. I get black jersey.
Okay.
First couple years. I mean, you saw me at a different time. I was there for 8 years before you, or like 5, 6.
When were you there? 12?
2009.
Oh shit.
I got there in 2009. I played like a full career before
16. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're old, bruh.
It was nuts. And it was like a different team when I got there.
Yeah.
We didn't have Jamie, Gronk, Hernandez.
You were playing defense. That's how I know
That's
it was
how
bad.
It was bad.
Locking up Anquan Bolden.
All right, let's wrap this up. The name of the game, the Kyle Van Noy game, 1 to 10 decimals encouraged.
Oh, I'm going with 9.8, baby. Got to shout out my name.
I'll give him 8.7. Shout out Gronk.
Yeah, I scored this before I knew what we were naming it. Oh, man. I had a 3. That's
Dang.
no good.
I had a 4.2.
I wish I could up that.
Where does this? What is it? What's the number? Where does it rank?
It is a 5.71.
Where's it on the list?
This is gonna second slide.
Oh,
5.71. This is low.
We're getting
This is
low.
gonna be our new 133rd game, just ahead of the Mo Lewis game.
Got it?
Right here. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta go one more slide. Right here.
Oh
Okay, good. We're not last.
no!
Oh, no.
It's just ahead of the Mo Lewis game, week 2, 2001, Jets versus Patriots, where Drew Bledsoe famously got hurt. And then just ahead behind.
Wait. What's that Patriots Bills game? 2011. Who was that?
Patriots Bills 2011.
Right there, 134.
I don't know what that game
Week
was.
16, 2011. Was that?
Oh, that's a Dinosaur for Light game with Matt Lay.
Oh my God!
Yeah, when you clinched the division.
We clinched division. We went to and we got snowed in at Buffalo.
That had to be fun.
It was there wasn't any hotel space in Buffalo because there was a hockey tournament.
World Juniors.
So we had to bus to Rochester, New York.
Oh, that's
The whole team went to fucking Rochester, New York dinosaur barbecue. First time I ever saw coaches drink or anything. It was like one of those things. It was like my third year.
y'all had to go crazy.
Tom was in there chugging beers. It was the coolest thing ever.
That's our most viewed episode by far. That's our most viewed episode.
That is?
Yeah, 1.5 mil with Matt Lay.
Jesus.
There you go.
What a
You
game.
can see the top games if you want. The 2008 AFC Championship game is second for us.
Yeah.
Great one.
It's a little Patriot heavy, but those are elite games,
Yeah.
like in the history of games.
28-3 is the best game. Glad I was a part of it.
Unreal.
Unreal experience.
Kyle, we miss anything from this game?
No, we didn't. No, we got everything.
Man, so we got the Kyle Van Noy Valor Foundation. What is that? Valor. We're not reader guys.
Yeah.
Words or readers.
We found that out really quickly. So my wife and I'm adopted. My wife's dad and brother are adopted as well. So we work with foster care kids. June 9th is our golf tournament this year. All the pros.
Where?
Black Desert down in St. George, Utah.
Oh my
It's
God.
it's an awesome
I'll be
PGA
waiting
course.
for my invite.
You're always invited.
The mail.
But all the proceeds go to the holidays for kids that are struggling in the process. Whatever whether it's Hanukkah, Christmas, whatever it is, we just try to set them up for success during the holidays. Have awesome party at Real Salt Lake, their facilities, and we get to tour the facility and then do face painting, the whole thing, and have about 20 families
Sounds
that come.
so fun for these kids.
So fun for the kids, and we'll be in there for that.
Amazing. And also, Netflix is a joke. What is that?
Yes, that's a golf tournament coming up. Sherwood, May 4th.
I think I'm playing in that.
Me too.
I think I might be playing in that.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
You
know
probably
that.
will.
Yeah.
You probably will. Elite Eats.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
a big eater. What is
I
this?
am. Elite Eats is back. I used to do a YouTube show. I was like one of the first players to do one back in the day when it was not allowed to do, especially with Bill.
Well, who was the first?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Was it you with your? Was it
Smoothie Time?
Smoothie Time? I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna.
Bro. I don't know.
I thought you were gonna plug your burger one.
Burger Time, but it wasn't.
Burger
the first.
Time was after Smoothie Time.
Smoothie Time was the first.
Smoothie Time is crazy.
And then we did Smoothie Time with Shane Vereen.
Good guy. He's a scout now.
He's killing it.
Killing it.
But this Elite Eats YouTube, I saw you. You go try awesome food.
Yeah, only elite food. And you know, bringing it back. Our first episode is going to be with Fred Warner. That's my little brother. Love Fred Warner, Hall of Famer too. Excited. I'm gonna do a bunch of others, and I'm excited to bring it back. And hopefully, we'll start getting into different lanes. You know, comedy lane, actors, actresses. You know, want them to show off where they like to go eat, what they think elite food is, and get to chop it up just for like 20 minutes, half an hour. Plug the restaurant, plug whatever they're doing, and you know, make it easy, fun, chop it up, kind of like this.
Well, I'll wait for my invite on that too.
Yeah, you did. You did. You want to get into it now or wait?
Yeah, we'll get it later. Substack. Yeah. What is that?
Substack. Oh, yes. New platform that's coming out. I've really been diving into LinkedIn and Substack. LinkedIn, I was able to visit their headquarters. Me and Mendoza were the first ones to interview at their headquarters, and we've kind of been like the ones that have been able to be, while we're currently playing, being able to talk about our situations on the field and able to put it in business terms. So it's kind of opened up a lot of doors that way. Substack's the same thing. Long form. Love Substack. We created this one more shot mentality. I feel like I've always had one more shot since I've been at birth, since being adopted. That's kind of been my mentality all the way through life. That's why I've made it 12 years in the NFL. And then, you know, with whatever it is you got going on, whether it's on the field or off the field, it's just having that one more shot mentality that you never know when it's going to come, but you always got to prepare for it. And I just do long form writing topics on it to be able to share my wealth and knowledge to the world.
Amazing. He's such a veteran now. You know, you're just a wily old vet. You know, you're great with the community. You're exploring different verticals of life.
Yeah.
You're still in the league. 12 in.
About to be 13.
Bro, it's been great catching up.
Yeah, been amazing.
I can't wait to keep watching you go.
Yeah.
Till next time, Bubs.
Let's get it, Bubs.
Today's topic is, what does an NFL offseason look like for a player?
I'll give you an abridged version. So usually you have time off after you are eliminated till about Coachella weekend.
Okay,
the first Coachella, April 14th. That's usually your like report date. I always remember that because I never went because it was our first week back.
I was just going to say, did you ever get to go to one?
Never went because you know Coachella would have been too fun.
Dude,
And
hologram
you
Tupac?
wanted to go in turning heads day one.
Okay.
So you couldn't do that. At least I couldn't. So with that in your mind, you have to report the 14th. So when it was St. Patty's Day, that would be always like my last time I get to go have fun. And then I would train like a month before. I'd be training before then, but I would tighten it up a month before we report. Then you report, and for the first 6 weeks, you have off-season program, which is training. So you get to the facility. There'd be 3 different times you could go. There's run groups. You have 3 different run groups. And you'll run with the team for like the first 3 weeks, and then you lift right after. The running are like forms of conditioning, change of direction work, the stuff that you saw Trey Hendrickson doing, pushing sleds, kind of getting you introduced into football movement. 3 weeks of that. And then after that, you do that. You have 3 weeks of phase 2 is 4 weeks or something where you do the same thing. You have those 2-3 groups you can go run. And after that, you do your lift. And then after the run on field after week 3, you can have like an hour coaching segment or period or
individual,
whatever time it is. It could be off. But like, so you'd start to install certain things of the offense, the fundamental basics of the offense. So for receivers, I was a receiver. We would start installing route trees. And you'd work 15 minutes with the receivers. Then you'd work 15 minutes with the skill group where the tight ends, receivers, running backs, and the quarterback would come and we would all call a play and we would work 7-8 plays. And you do it on air, and then you'd bring in the offensive line for the last 15 minutes, and you would do some kind of conditioning with that. So you do like a no huddle condition, but you're getting in reps. So that would be another 4-6 weeks. That's phase 2 of the off-season program. After that is done, you're introduced to organized team activities, which you have like 15 of those, so they can spread them out Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, or, they'd give you a break usually, but you'd have 3 a week for like 4 weeks. And then you have your mandatory mini camp. Now, when you're in the organized team activities, you have your lifts and you're in probably 7 o'clock till probably 2 o'clock. Not even, it could be even shorter than that because there's just like one install meeting that you have that's added into the organized team activities. So you do everything that you did before. Now you have like kind of like when you come to work, you meet with the coaches more in the OTAs. You start installing offense, defense, and certain phases of the special teams and special teams. So like, 1 week you would do, say the first week of organized team activities. I always remember we would always start in the red area. So as an offense, we would start our red area install the first day, and they'd always say, so you don't get the receiver's legs tired right away because you're not used to the running. It's less space. So we do the red area, and then there would be kickoff for that week and kickoff return. So for that week, those three OTAs, you always see the schedule of the OTAs on NFL Network, Fox, ESPN. You always see when they're meeting those 3 days. That's how they do it. So then the next week, or it could be day 2 of that week. You go into the field and you do first and second down.
Oh, geez. All right, early downs.
You already have red area in, then you install first and second down on the field, not in the red area because those are different strategies. Not backed up. Those are different strategies. So usually, the 20 up. So you can open up the playbook, start to incorporate some of the run, and then bring in the play action. So you're working those. Then day 3, you get into third down, or, you could just do those 2. And then the following week, you could introduce third down, certain situations backed up, certain situations 2-minute, 4-minute, those different types. That's how those OTAs are. So then as soon as those 13, 15, whatever, how many OTAs they have are finished, you always hear about the mandatory minicamp.
What's a time between those two?
They could be in between them.
Oh, mandatory minicamp.
Yeah, mandatory minicamps up to the coaching staff on when they want to have it.
Okay.
So, but usually for us, we would do all our OTAs, and then we'd have a minicamp week, and then we'd have maybe 2 more OTAs after that.
Okay.
But that would be like the infamous, like if we have a good last day, we cut you short and you guys only have to run. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
One of those
dangle it out there.
morale
If
things.
a lineman catches a punt.
Yeah, that's training camp. But so like then mini camps is basically OTAs. You're doing all that install, but you're doing a lot more of it, and it's mandatory. So you're introducing the NFL workday to these guys through OTAs, mini camps. And then after that's done, usually first week of June, second week of June, then you're off for 6 weeks until training camp. Now, in that time we are off, you get your travel in, You could do that before the Coachella date, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You have those 2 months, 3 months after the season. Those are usually the travel date times guys are traveling, getting married, trying to have
boys
kids.
win, yeah.
Like those are the designated times.
Trying to have kids or trying to have the kids come out?
Try to have kids come out.
Come out.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
gotta
come
time
out.
Hey,
them out.
both.
Yeah.
Both.
Off-season kids. Yeah, off-season kids. But like that's why you always see guys at wedding, you know what I
Right.
mean? Because that's the time off. And then once you get back, you're in.
That's the real deal, baby.
It's the real deal.
That's when
so
they,
those 4 to 6 weeks that you have after mini camp, OTAs until training camp, it's the athlete's responsibility to stay in shape because you just had 7-8 weeks of off-season program into organized team activities, into mini camps to get you the foundation to go into training camp. But a lot of guys fuck up and they go out and they take that time and you know, go party, this, that, and don't keep up with their running. And then they come out of shape. So like that is the responsibility period. Now, you know, you're going to go out after the OTAs are done, but you know, you still got to get your work in.
Oh, yeah.
And you know, that's where, you know, a lot of the hay is made.
Well, other guys are partying, you're getting after it. Like,
you
putting
know.
in work. I mean,
I used to, don't get me wrong, I used to go out and have a
yeah,
good time.
for sure.
But the older I got, the less you did it. Because you saw how fragile the time was, because we were playing in so many late seasons, you know, either AFC Championship, Super Bowl, AFC Championship, Super Bowl, AFC Championship, Super Bowl, whatever it was. You knew how valuable that time was, A, to reboot your battery, B, bring something new, evolve your game, and C, heal up and get ready for the foundation that you have to go into a real season with. So like, this is the time where, you know, some of those no-name guys that you may not know of because it was their rookie year and they were developing a role, they can take a step into becoming someone, you know, because you have the familiarity of the off season. If you're going into year 2, year 3, you know how to train your body to get the best results by that time. You've had the data through 2 years or a year of doing it. Or if you're a rookie, you get, you know, actual time to think about football and not, you know, rookie season trying to get your times right, this, that. You get into a real NFL off season. So, I mean, this is a huge part of being a professional athlete. You got to live, breathe, drink the game, you know, and, you know, everyone always talks about like, well, when did you and, you know, Tom or Gronk or any of the guys, when you have your own sessions? That would always be in that 6-week off session.
in June.
In June,
Okay.
July 4th, we went a couple times to Montana. You know, like those were the times where we would get together, or, you know, rewind before, you know, like in that March time. I remember Tom, we used to throw a lot in those March times to get his arm going for the year. Or I mean, there was a couple times in February, like he didn't stop. And so like, if I saw that from him as a young football player, I never really stopped.
You guys were throwing in late February?
I think there was March. He was always doing something.
I figured.
You know, he had Alex on his arm always. It may have been in Costa Rica, it may have been somewhere else, but he was, you know, Tom was the ultimate like professional athlete body guy.
Because he would plan
The
the offseason.
Ronaldos, you know, you see like the Messis and those guys, like Ronaldo, how he's always like lifting and his family time is predicated around his body time. Like, you know, I mean, that's why
it
he's
is
still
what it
playing
is,
at a
yeah.
high level.
Honestly, like because Tom he would plan the entire offseason before it even started, right? Like day by day kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know like verbatim what it was, but he had his family time. But I can assure you, when he was with his family doing his family things, you know, he's working. Now, these pictures you see, these are all like prehab, intrinsic type things to get you faster, quicker, more explosive. You see AB on the Bozio ball flipped up inside down. A lot of guys will do that for ankles. You know, you strengthen your ankles. AB was a fiend. Like, AB was really good at all this off-season shit. Like, he was obsessed with it. And that's why you could say what you want. That dude used to work his tails off at like all this little shit. You know, he had a lot of body guys. He'd always be working on his hands. He'd be working on his feet. He'd have these little toe things in.
Oh shit!
Like that's how serious guys get. You know, OBJ doing beach workouts. That's really good for stability in your knees, your ankles. Also works on your explosiveness. You look down here. You know, you got field work with probably a speed coach. You know, there's a lot of change of direction training where you're trying to make your body as efficient as possible. Like, because we are, if you're playing at this level, you're already like the most explosive, crazy athlete. But you'd be surprised on how many guys don't do it correctly and are just so athletic they can do it. And when you train yourself to get the technique right on when to explode, some guys just naturally do it, but you could train those things and get even more explosive.
How many years in were you like, oh, I got this offseason thing down?
Never. You know, I mean, you're just always changing, doing new things.
Got to evolve.
You know, the very beginning part of the offseason for me, I would sit and watch all my film. Every play I played in.
From the whole season?
Whole season.
Wow.
Self-scout, practice. I just want to watch. Everything. And then I would, you know, you talk with your coaches. Hey, what do you think I need to bring to this table when you have your exit meeting or whatever? You know what I mean? Even a little after that, I mean, I was there for a while, so I had a relationship with Chatty O, and I would talk, you know, we would be in communication, but you know, you get a figure. You know, and then you also have other, you know, adversities. You know, sometimes you don't have an off season because you're repairing a knee. You have rehabbing groins. You know, so like there's a lot. The off season always changes. You just got to go in with the right mindset that you can't just waste your fucking time and like think that you're gonna get better doing nothing and like go travel the world. Like, yeah, go travel, go do what you want. But remember, we're put on this fucking earth to play football at a very high level. And if you're not doing something, I guarantee there's fucking 20 other kids that are trying to get your job that are, because I was that kid.
Facts.
I remember one off season, I went and trained with Jerry's trainer, Jerry Rice's trainer, and Jerry Jr. for like a few days. We went to Foothill. And like, Jerry used to run. I mean, I think I did pretty well in the workout. It wasn't crazy, but like, just like, you know, his warm up was 800s. Just that was the warm up. Down back 8 times
on a field.
On a field.
Wow.
Just and then we were doing like track workouts where we were doing like, I want to say 300s on the track. Then we did some tire jump stuff. And then we ran routes after. It was like, you know, it was it was cool shit.
How insane was it watching Jerry Rice run routes?
He didn't. It was Jerry Jr.
Okay.
And Jerry's trainer.
Okay.
Jerry wasn't out there. I saw Jerry recently on social running up chasing a dog or something. I'm like, this motherfucker's still running.
Jerry never get caught from behind. What a beast. What is I was trying to, man, and I'm thinking exit interview, like, Jules, I know we're wrapping this up, but like, pretend I'm you just balled out, had a great season. We'll say you caught 90 something balls. I don't know. You go in, you're Chatty O right now, like, and I say, Chatty O, like, what do I need to work on in the off season? What would he say? Well,
even if you balled out, you know, you still had maybe a couple drops. You still had, you missed a couple. No matter what, there's always something to work on.
Oh yeah, he's not just blocking. Yeah, you're great.
Assignments, certain routes that you may have went too quick on. You know, so it'd be stuff. Chatty would, you know, hey, look, great year, fucking awesome. You know, but we could do this. I mean, they'd pull up the numbers.
Nice. Okay, so he was ready. Yeah,
they didn't come into this with no fucking, with no nothing.
Have fun. See you next year. Like, yeah, none of that beating.
Well, yeah, the off season.
That's where
I miss the off season almost as much as I miss playing.
Wow.
Because that was your alone time.
What a quote.
That was your alone time to get yourself. And I used to take it serious. I would go into fucking April 14th in shape. Like a lot of motherfuckers would be coming in out of shape and stuff. I went in because I remember early in my career, I had to turn heads day one in order for the coaches to recognize me, or I was just terrified. And I kept that. And you know what I mean? Older you get, you couldn't run as much, but that time you have to yourself to work on it. And then when you get to see it against other people and you saw the work you put in was there and you see the progress, that I loved that. Then you got Hogs coming in who was all young, bringing in his energy. And that was always a cool thing too, because you would go do your work and then you would see how the other guys were working.
Measuring stick.
And then, a young Hogan came in and Hogan was like a gazelle workout warrior guy. And I was always the rabbit. It was me and Slate and Ebner, in the off season, Rex Burkett. He was always pretty, in the top echelon. Brandon Bolden, and I remember the first, off season when Hogs came, this guy was flying. He signed him to a decent little contract, and this was like his first big opportunity. So he came in with the bang, and it helped us all because you got to bring up your game even more.
That rising tide lifting them boats.
And he got them long legs. And we're doing them fucking bout runs. Bout runs, you got to run 3 minutes, and you got to get 780 yards.
Jeez, did you do those right away?
Nah, it's like one of the conditionings, but like those, we're sprinters.
Yeah.
So those are hard for us. Because you got to stay an average like 16 miles an hour to get that.
God.
So, and when you turn and stop and turn around, it's not like you're just going in a circle. You got to fucking rev down, rev back up, and there'd be guys crying, me included on some of these. I'm back.
Oh gosh.
Fuck.
Last one. I think I know the answer to this one. What was the longest amount of time you went in the off season without doing something football related? By
the end, I didn't even take time off.
I was just going to say, I didn't think it'd be.
Really?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like super hard work, but it was like, I would go to Exos just to catch balls or just to get my body moving.
Penny in the jar, something every day.
You just some kind of what is it? I forgot what it's called. Active recovery.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Where you're doing some kind of pool work. You're doing some kind of bike work just to keep the legs moving, not working them, but keeping them going. Because the older I got, like when I was younger, I would go out after like my first year, my second year, go out and it was like a tour to see all your friends who were in like regular corporate life. You know what I mean? They're all like working and stuff, and you're doing your own time. You're doing your own stuff. So there's a lot of free time. It's your first time not in college or anything. So like, you go out and you get hammered and you get so out of shape. It'd take you so long to get back in shape that I never wanted to do that again.
I feel that better to keep up than catch up.
Oh, what a game. Old Kyle.
That's cool seeing you guys catch up.
And we haven't seen each other in a long time.
It's always nice when someone can corroborate or, poke some holes into the stories that you tell often here.
That was the first day, first off. It wasn't week 3. It was day number 1. I specifically remember. And I lit his ass up on a rub. Okay.
Legal. It's what you're supposed to do
within a yard. Because he was going to try to get James in the backfield. Said, let me get this
my duty
out here.
You're supposed to do, baby. Within a yard.
He's such an instinctive football player. I mean, you watch him in from this Poinsettia Bowl game. That's how he played in the league.
Literally.
He was in different spots. That's how we used him. It was cool to see how much, it's cool to see how little something that came out of Bill meant to guys.
Oh, it's insane.
That's that kind of aura
and sticks with you. And it's also pretty telling of what an insanely good coach Scar is. He was an offensive line coach, and when you said best Scar immediately, Kyle was on the other side of the ball. Like, that's incredible.
It's so cool that he said that because I always talk about Remember the difference between a good coach and a bad coach. And I gave that specific example where
Literally.
you can hear how Scar would say, hey, you put your left hand under his chest plate, you drop your weight, you give that one, because he had all the techniques and what you do to win. Instead of just saying, we got to do better.
Yeah.
Or
Run
yell.
faster.
Yeah. Man.
That's what separates the good from the great, man. That's incredible. Scar, put him in the Hall of Fame.
He needs
Put him
to
in
be.
the Hall of Fame.
He's definitely, and he's done so much for the sport of football.
Yes.
People don't realize he started at UOP, University of Pacific, which had an insane, if you look at those, I think there's some
They have a great
insane
jazz school.
coaches that came out of there. Gruden came out of there. I want to say, who else came out of did Wall? No.
Pacific?
Yeah, University of Pacific.
Pete Carroll was a Pacific guy.
Pete Carroll.
There's got to be some good ones.
UOP. Who else?
Scott Boras went there. Jamie Lee Curtis, Pete Carroll, Dave Brubeck. They got a big jazz school at the University of Pacific. Who
Football
else?
coaches? Gruden was it? Who
Tom,
coached?
Tom Flores.
Not who went there, who coached there.
Oh. While Jack's looking up, they're using the new show The Rooster with Steve Carell. Steve Carell. There's supposed to be at a New England college. They film a lot of it there. And I was shocked because it looks very New Englandy. They make it look
UOP?
fall. Yeah. So Chuck Shelton, Walt Harris, Bob Cope, Bob Toledo, Chester Cadis, Homer Smith, Doug Scoville, Don Kempor. Now we're back in the 60s. Head coaches for the
Wasn't
university.
Gruden there?
Gruden
Maybe he was
there.
a non-head coach.
Yeah. What coaches coached at? There's there was a huge group of guys that have coached there, I want to say. Or am I tripping?
No, you're not. I'm just trying to find the exact list.
Pete Carroll, Tom Flores, John Gruden, Hugh Jackson, Bruce Closet, Buddy Ryan, and Mike Martz.
Pretty darn good for a school the size of Pacific.
Dante Scarnecchio, Brad Seeley, Ed Dontel, Greg Robinson, Ron Turner.
So Pete Carroll was just a student there, just a player there, didn't coach there, my bad.
John Gruden was there
John
in
Gruden.
89.
Mid-80s grad assistant. Hugh Jackson was there, late 80s.
Tom Flores.
Derek Eckerson was late 70s assistant. Bob Toledo, head coach, later UCLA head coach.
Yeah.
Jim Moore was an assistant in the 60s, senior, not junior. Greg Olson played there.
Greg Robinson, defensive coordinator for Broncos during 2 Super Bowl wins.
Go Tigers.
Look at
Yeah.
that.
They got
UOP.
a crazy. I know some guys that were on the jazz department at the University of Pacific. Fun fact.
Deep cut.
It has a good jazz department.
Yeah, because Dave Brubeck went there. And I think since then it's kind of become a jazz school.
I didn't even know what UOP was. It's in Stockton, right?
Yeah. It's that area for sure.
They had UC Davis over there. That was always an agriculture school, like all the farmers and stuff, I think. Farm tech.
History of, man, you do a whole episode on the history of coaching at Pacific.
UOP.
Sacramento.
Amos
They say it's,
Alonzo
it's
Stagg,
Sacramento
baby?
and
Sac.
Stockton. It's like they might
Yeah.
have some stuff around both. Yeah.
Sac.
3 things before we wrap up the show. 1, we got to get Stephon Gilmore on the show.
You got to get Gilly.
And now he's retired, so he's
And
got
I've
time.
been talking with
Gilly,
Gilly.
Gilly.
Yeah, when he's in town, we should get him.
He just moves different.
2 is we've been pronouncing Poinsettia wrong. It's Poinsettia.
Poinsettia.
No, what is it?
Poinsettia.
Poinsettia.
Who's been
Poinsettia?
pronouncing it
I've
wrong?
been pronouncing it wrong.
Oh, you guys have been.
We've been
I say
pronouncing it
poinsettia
wrong.
all the time.
I thought I was
Jack
saying
is always
poinsettia.
saying Poinsettia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, poinsettia.
I always thought mischievous. I always pronounced it mischievous, but I guess it's mischievous.
Oh, that's a tomato.
I don't think it is.
Mischievous?
Yeah.
How do you say?
Mischievous all day.
I know that's what I always said, but
What's,
then I had
what's
to,
that place called in the south of France? Is it Con or Can?
I think it's Can.
I think it's canned.
Tim had a film that was
Yeah.
in there. What
Can,
was it?
baby.
Say it. Can.
What will Johnny Drama
Who
say?
says
That's what you
con?
got to think.
People who want to sound like they're saying it French.
Yeah. Can.
Yeah.
Can.
Did I have one?
Well, yeah, one more thing. What do you have?
Gone forever.
BYU,
Nah.
soaking.
Soaking.
We didn't ask him about that.
Yeah, I withheld. I'm sorry. I was being a gentleman.
Couldn't get too Mormon on it. 'cause
Him and Jim are- yeah.
He is a Mormon,
Right.
I think.
But I don't know how, like, see, I don't know. I don't want to get into it. I don't want
Jim McMahon being in his Mount Rushmore is a little
That was pretty good.
winking a nod.
That was pretty good. I mean,
Is Jim McMahon Mormon?
no. That was the thing. He was like an Irish guy out there, Irish Catholic guy.
Yeah, McMahon. Duh.
Yeah. From, where's he from again? I should know this. I want to say like somewhere in the Northeast. Yeah, Jersey. He's a Jersey guy.
Oh my god.
Out there, man.
He looks
in
like a Jersey
1977.
guy. So cool.
Dude. All
Oh.
time, man. Just absolutely slanging that thing. Jimmer, I like the Jimmer mention. I wanted to ask him if they hung out any.
I know.
How about the Jimmer treatment? Van Noy not even going to class? Unbelievable.
I mean,
Too
his advisor said he was failing, so maybe he didn't have that thing going.
Hey, you actually were supposed to go.
Yeah.
You don't get the Jimmer treatment.
You didn't have the treatment. you need to go. Oh,
That was hilarious. We said, yeah, so you're like the big guy, the big man on campus? Yeah, I was.
dude.
You're damn
it was
right.
So I forgot about that we traded Jamie when he got there.
Yeah, that must have been tough. And everyone was like, damn, this guy.
It was like a holy shit moment.
And now Jules, I know it's not to pry here, but like, was Jamie Collins that well loved in the locker room like that?
Well, I mean, we won a Super Bowl, and
I
like
know.
he came in with High and
So they were-
McCourty. They all came in at like kind of near those same time. McCourty was like the first with the 10, and then I think High and Jamie were both 12.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that makes
You
sense.
build a lot of sweat equity with a lot of guys, so I could see that scenario being very well true.
No, I'm with you.
That's more on the defense.
Yeah.
Like I was more on the offense. We were still like, Jamie, where the fuck is he going? But, Jamie outplayed the contract. You know what I
Right.
mean? And he wanted to get paid.
Insane
I think.
athlete.
I remember exactly where I was when Jamie Collins got
Went to
traded.
Cleveland, right?
Yeah, we
Where
were
were you,
hanging at your house, and Marty Bennett was there. And the reason why I remember is because he was eating pizza backwards, and I'll never fucking forget it. He would
Why?
only eat the crust, and he said his wife would eat the middle of the pizza. I think about that
He's a
often.
good team player.
That's a good team play. That's a good husband.
That's my
Good
my
husband.
Roman Empire.
That's
How
fucking
Marty. Bennett eats
I love
his
that.
pizza.
I miss
All-timer.
Marty.
You know what I did? He was.
I was gonna get him on
the show.
We'll get him on.
You know
Has
what
he
I
not
was?
been on?
His brother, but not him.
Marty ain't never been on.
Oh, crazy, right? Got to get Marty B in here.
I thought he was already on.
We've talked. He's been in games we've covered. I mean, of multiple teams. What about? Hey, here's a question I had during the show. We don't have to name names here. We're talking about guys you buddied up with, who big broed you, who'd you click with, and of course Slate came up. Did Slate have any ops
What do you mean?
like on the team? Like, was there anyone that like Slate just never got on
Oh,
with?
opponent
Like an op? Yeah, your
Oh.
opposition. God, you guys are unk, bro. Like, were there any of those, like these guys, Slate and him got beef, never worked out?
I don't know if Slate doesn't, I don't think, hated anyone.
I was gonna say because he's the nicest
But,
guy
like,
ever.
If there was like a guy that came on that was maybe a knucklehead,
Mhm.
he would frown upon,
Knuckleheadery.
you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I'm with that.
But like
I can see
the
that.
guy that was knucklehead would even act straighter around Slate.
Right.
That's the
That's the
value
kind-
of
Yeah,
Slate.
he's
That's
setting
you know
the
what I mean? But-
standard. Yeah.
So like Slate was kind of like the team chaplain, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Even though we had guys and we had chaplains and
Yeah.
fathers and rabbi, we all had, and I'm not
Character
saying,
coaches.
yeah,
The team rabbi?
Yeah. That was Julian.
Rabbi Hamilton, dog.
Shout out.
All right, let's wrap this.
Dude,
All right.
that was awesome. I loved Kyle. He was the man.
Also, the
Year 13 loading. Let's go.
Poinsettia Bowl went left and now it's back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude,
little hiatus.
Let's go. We're
let's
back.
go. We need it. That's one of those classic bowl games, man. You don't name it after some corporate front. You name it after a flower, after a commodity.
It went away because San Diego wanted to focus on the Holiday Bowl, which also happens in
Yeah, I
San
forgot
Diego.
about the Holiday Bowl.
Yeah.
You got your roses, you got your cotton, you got your oranges.
Yeah, but
Like there's the orange and tangerine bowl.
Tangerine,
There's like,
yes.
you know,
I tell you
Clementine,
right now, there
whatever
ain't
you
no
need.
teams in San Diego no more.
I know, RIP, man.
So
hey, put some respect on the Aztecs name.
So they gotta, but still,
The
I
fighting
mean, like
Marshall
pro
Fox.
teams
That's right.
that
Brady
brings
Hoke,
in
Marshall
revenue.
Faulk.
They're
Yeah.
probably like, damn, we need to get that revenue back. Let's get 2 bowl games out here.
I miss Qualcomm, dude.
Is Qualcomm still there? They need to put
They
a new
don't play anything
San
there.
Diego needs to have a team, man.
They
don't
really do. I don't know if it's still standing. I want to say no.
I just remember the Chargers fans. They loved
Demolished.
them.
2020, 2021.
What they put there?
Because the new one, the Snapdragon, I don't know if it's on the same site or not.
Snap, crackle,
I'm on.
I was wondering if they were having like heat strokes out there because there's like absolutely no coverage.
I'm on Google aerial view.
Oh, adjacent. Yeah, it looks like here. It was built adjacent to where
It looks like
San
I
Diego
think there's an
Stadium was.
empty parking lot. It's now the orange lot for the Snapdragon Stadium.
What's
I
the
think.
Snapdragon?
that's the corporate sponsor. Snapdragon is.
Where the San Diego State
And what do they
Aztec
do though again?
plays.
Snapdragon.
San Diego State plays there?
There's also San Diego FC. There's an MLS team.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
Qualcomm Snapdragon processors, high performance ARM based systems on chip, SoCs, powering smartphones, tablets, Windows, laptops, integrating CPU, GPU, and AI capabilities.
That MLS, is it growing?
Oh my God. Yeah.
You're talking about Major League Soccer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
yeah, I
talk
guess
of
so.
Neymar joining Cincinnati.
Yikes.
That'd be insane if you got Neymar to Cincinnati
Can you
Yeah.
imagine Neymar
Yeah.
just sitting down at a Skyline Chili? Unbelievable.
or Gold Star.
Or a Gold Star. Neymar, which are you?
Yeah.
Gold Star guy? You're a Skyline guy.
I mean,
It does kind of strike me as a Gold Star guy.
Yeah, we saw Neymar yesterday in Kentucky. He was over.
Just over the bridge.
Yeah, he's over there hanging out. He probably had like a horse ranch or something.
Oh my gosh. That would be something. 2026, man.
All right,
Shout out.
let's wrap
Shout
this
out.
up.
Never thought I'd see it.
Man, that was a fun episode. Go down that memory lane. Thanks
Oh,
again
God.
to Kyle Van Noy. Check him out on all his things he's got going. He got a
We'll
bunch
have
of
Busy
links in
man.
the bio.
Busy
We'll
man.
Links
have
in
it.
the
You see it
bio.
right here. And that's been another episode of Games with Names. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. Comment a game you want us to do. And remember,
Rate and review.
leave us a 5-star review on Spotify while you're there. Remember to follow Games with Names on YouTube, Instagram, X, TikTok, Snapchat, and Facebook. Leave a comment on the YouTube full episodes. We'll read those on the future episodes. Leave a message on that old hotline, 424-291-2290. And we'll see you guys next week. Games with Names is a production of iHeartRadio. For more podcasts from iHeartRadio, visit iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts. We'll see you next week.